Wow, I am so nervous.
For what? What are you talking about?
I mean, it's alumni weekend, bro.
Nah, man. Ain't got to worry about it. It's just like Friday night, like Friday night AYS.
Nah.
So all right, then Friday night, right before. I remember every alumni how we used to get excited about this time right before Friday night AYS.
And not all of us went on a Thursday, you know what I mean? Because they had the what you call it on Thursday first.
And the banquet.
The banquet's on Thursday. And Friday is like, here's what I'm
proposing. Here's what I'm proposing. Next year, alumni, what's going to happen is Wednesday night, they need to have the passion play.
Passion play?
Right.
No, that sounds good.
Right. Everybody comes down Wednesday for prayer meeting. You have the passion play. Thursday night is the gala. Next Friday, we're going to have our show, hopefully, live from Oakwood.
We don't know how you're going to behave, Gary, because I can see that, Dr. Parker will be like, y'all not coming back on this again. Y'all not.
I'm dressed. I am dressed.
I don't even know why you dress like that.
Because somebody got to run this.
No, let me ask P. Hold on, Paul. Let me do this, P. Let me ask you a question.
Right.
Why you in a tie? The thing was we were gonna come on our Oakwood gear.
I am in Oakwood. I got the gold tie and the blue. Oakwood's colors are blue and gold.
You are
pastors.
You got pastors for a job. That's what you look like. You got your interviewing for a job.
Well, I am not the professor. I got my hair. I looking like your boy. So
And Pat, shoot it up, Pat. What do you look like?
I'm not even sure if we still have it up there.
What? Yeah. Shoot it up, Pat. I know you got. There you go.
No, that's the hip hop side. I'm talking about the professor. So I'm looking to be a professor at Oakwood. There you go.
Joe, listen. Yesterday, he was on Don Lemon's show yesterday on Don Lemon on CNN, and whatever he said, Don Lemon lost it. Just started bawling, man. Just started crying.
Well, nobody's gonna cry here today unless somebody offering scholarships. Look, we got a great show today.
Yeah, man, it's crazy today.
I mean, Alumni 360.
Yeah, listen, man.
360.
I like the way they pulled this off during the pandemic, man. It was well done, thy good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy.
That's our school. Big shout out to Dr. Pollard, the whole crew out there.
Yep.
Big shout out to Emil out there working hard.
Listen, there's a lot of folks. Let me tell you what really got me. What got me is that there were people, I think the class of 96, like 25 years. Is it 25 years, the class of 96?
Right. It's 25 years, right?
They're doing some crazy stuff online.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
They're doing some crazy stuff online. They got all kinds. They sent out boxes for T-shirts. And
listen, if you are...
we can't go to because we ain't a part of that class.
Hold on a second.
No.
Hold on.
Forever.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Just gotta run the joint real quick. We gotta run that joint real quick.
There's no gospel music because the sun is not down yet.
Yeah, that's right. We gotta do that before the Oakwood Christians jump on.
That's
right. We got a little bit to go. Right. All right. Good planning is where we at. And man, you know what I could remember? I've never actually. It's always rained on Good Friday. Anybody? You ever seen that?
Well, we got a kind of cloudy day here.
Cloudy day.
Mm-hmm. Gary, it's cloudy where you are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you walk your dogs today?
Don't get me in no trouble, man. I put them on the back porch. They did what they needed to do on the back porch. I ain't walking. It's nice outside, but it's freezing.
It's cold, man. It's real cold outside. Real cold outside.
You remind me of Huntsville weather. 1 minute is nice, the next minute there's a storm coming.
Harris said that the sun ain't down yet.
Well, listen. All I know is this: is that I could remember all the Oakwood years, alumni that we had. Mm-hmm. I think alumni it's really like the biggest party that
for Huntsville.
No, Paul. No, Pat. Remember that we episode 31 and 32, Pat and I were going back and forth. I said, whether you're not from Oakwood or not, Alumni Weekend is the #1 place where all Black Adventists
That's
coming
it.
too.
You better believe it. You better.
I was talking to Jimmy.
Hold on, that and graduation.
Graduation,
absolutely.
That and graduation,
and even college days. What they call it now, Pat? Because you go down every year.
We still call it college days, but it's
live,
Oakwood Live, Oakwood Live. And remember now, Oakwood Live. It used to Oakwood college days used to be in the spring.
That's right.
They all kind of used to follow each other. Then they moved Oakwood Live out to October because it gives students the opportunity.
And now,
listen,
Dr.
Pollard knew exactly what he was doing. He was getting breathers. You know what I mean?
No,
the man was getting breathers.
And now you guys go to Pelk around my birthday.
Right.
So if you go to Pelk,
right,
that's a soft landing spot. If you like right after Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna tell you what, Pollard and those guys did great. Because now my baby
handle his name right, brother.
I'm sorry.
Handle his name right, man.
Dr. Pollard.
There you go.
Dr. Heather. And remember we used to have the break between Thanksgiving, and New Year's. They went back to that.
That's right. They're back to that now. That's because of the semesters. And what's the lady's name? She used to work. Her knee. She's decapitated. Not decapitated. What do you call it? Her knee. Renee.
Right.
It's because of the accident with Renee during the break.
Why
sometime in the 80s that they brought it together so that nobody would leave between then, and now they spread it back out. Now they're back together again.
So big shout out to Dr. Pollard doing a great job down there. And we wish him the best. And let's let Dr. Pollard know that we all.
Well, tell him yourself, Pat. Bring him up.
He's in the Gary can't see.
Gary can't see because
I can't see. He's here. Hold on. So I'm dressed to be interviewed for a professor. So you are dressed. He got me.
He's not going. Gary, there's no way that Dr. Paul is going to make one of y'all grams work in his department. It's not going to happen.
We're only good enough to sweep the caboose.
All right,
he's in the back room. He's in the back room. Let's get him out of the back room. And for Paul, Gary, just for you guys to understand, we didn't pitch marbles with him. His name is Dr. Pollard.
That's right. Okay? We were in school with him.
I want you to explain to him why your kids didn't go to Oakwood. That
was not necessary.
That was low, Gary. That was low.
That's not necessary. And I could press the button now and just cut off this whole thing right now. Because your kid went there, because your kid go to Oakwood, you're gonna have to throw that on me like that.
Well, listen, y'all need to chill because I need my daughter. She's between Delaware State and Oakwood right now. So I got to get Dr. Pollard on. I got to get Dr. Parker on so that I can finesse this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just for Gary, because I know Gary's dressed up and think that he can get over and all of that. You can't get over Gary. The bottom line is that he's Dr. Pollard. Okay, his name is not Leslie to you or anything like. Could you promise to give the man his
I will not call him outside his name. His name is the Dr. Pollard.
There you go. There you go.
Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on.
I'm gonna see
Hey guys. How are you all?
Doc, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you.
Oh, good, man. It's my pleasure.
Okay, I'm officially nervous.
Yep, me too.
I'm officially nervous.
No. Before I came on, they told me that they were like, do you all have a fourth brother? Do you have a fourth? Do you? No, there is. They said, no, somebody told me this. They said there's Paul Graham. And there's Gary Graham, and they said me to be sure to ask for the other brother, Patrick. No kids at Oakwood Graham. I'm just asking. Is there somebody? It's right here. It's written here. I cannot read. It's written. They said ask for Patrick. No kids at Oakwood. I never met him, but that's what they said. I'm just asking. All I'm doing is asking a question.
Oh man.
For the time being,
that's on my script. It's on my script. Look at that. They said be sure to ask.
Mommy's in the chat, and mommy knows. Mommy's in the chat, and she knows.
Yeah, passing trouble.
Passing trouble.
Hey, listen. Either way it goes, my money go to Oakwood. That's okay. Right now.
You're right.
Well, we want your children at Oakwood too, though, with the money.
You're right.
We do. We think Oakwood. We think, and you know this too, guys. We think Oakwood is a once in a lifetime experience.
We do.
And, sure. The biggest challenge when you're a parent, though, is you're talking to a 19-year-old, 17, 18-year-old who may not know that, who may not know at at 49 what they'll value at 48 what they'll value at 18, right?
Right.
So part of our job is to try to persuade them and say, you know, we want to make sure it works for you and do all those things. So that's part of our job, though.
Hey, I thought it was going to work out because I met my wife at Oakwood, so I thought it was all going to work out.
I know.
All right, now here goes the show off. Pat's wife is from Oakwood. Gary's wife is from Oakwood, and mine visited Oakwood. Amen. Right. Hey, listen, Doc, I remember when you were pastoring.
That's right.
At Oakwood.
That's right.
Right. That was back in the 90s. Yeah.
Man,
Can you believe that?
How do you find the transition? How do you find the transition from being at the
church to the university?
Yeah. How do you find
it? Actually, I tell people all the time, the best transition for me was being at the church because I came knowing the community. I came with a sense of how the community works. See, when you're a student, and I'm sure many of our employees will say that. I mean, we talk about this all the time. I see quite a few in the chat room. So when you're a student, you're on the, how can I put it? You're on the consumer side of the Oakwood experience. That's the consumer side.
Right.
When you're an employee, you're on the delivery side of the Oakwood experience.
Oh, wow.
So having lived on the delivery side, that part, it gave me a real sense of how the two sides actually work, right?
Okay.
How the two sides actually work. So it was a great preparation. It was a great thing. But guys, I hate to say it, I've been in higher education now for 25 years. So
praise God.
So I worked at 4 different institutions: La Sierra, Oakwood, Andrews, Loma Linda. Right. I have a real sense of how they work and what makes them work and what doesn't work, really. What doesn't work.
Gotcha. Now I know that at Loma Linda, were you diversity at that time?
I was. I stayed there. I worked diversity and community engagement. So I did actually 14 years at Loma Linda.
Wow, that long.
Some of the work that you see us doing now in our community. See, so I've said to our workforce, look, I refuse. I'm sorry, for the extent that I can say it, I refuse to belong to a university that doesn't give a rip about its community, about what's happening, about the lives of the people. Most of us went to Oakwood. We never even knew that the zip code in which Oakwood sits is considered a food desert by the Department of Agriculture.
Wow. Well, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to say that I knew that because I spent 4 years, for me, because I spent 4 years with Mineola Dixon.
Yes.
She was a wealth of information. Wow. While everybody was playing and carrying on, she said, I'm going to take you under my wing. She took me into the library downstairs and they began piecing things together. And she said, without the 5-mile radius of where Oakwood is, there would be no Huntsville.
No, there wouldn't be. Oakwood. So to make your point, we've since done a study, the Terry School of Business at the University of Georgia. Terry School. You would be surprised to know that Oakwood University has a $95 million a year impact on the economy of Huntsville.
Really?
Oh my goodness!
And I saw Saba. I see Reggie.
Reggie. That's Reggie. Yep.
I used to pick Saba up and drive her to school with my daughter. We used to
all the
world. Used to pick her up. So anything you said to Saba about me, you better take it back right now. Used to ride in the car. Used to pick her up and drop her off at school and all that. She and my daughter are great friends. They all grew up together.
I have a question. I have a question for you, Doc.
But $95 million, if I may say that, $95 million of economic impact.
Wow,
that's a tremendous contribution. We used to wonder how much money does Oakwood represent to Huntsville? Well, now we know because we got an official economic impact study that tells us. And therefore, when I actually go to work with civic officials, Uncle Les, that's right. When I go to work with civic officials, then I'm able to say now, colleagues, we really do want your support on this or on that.
Come with it.
Yeah, and they do that, and they do that. So one of the things I've been saying to some of our churches maybe it's not as easy for churches, but a conference can certainly say it. The Northeastern Conference in New York City can say it.
Right.
How much economic impact do you represent to the city? Because then you're speaking the language that public servants understand.
Yeah.
Look at L. David Harris. Yeah. Oh man, I know all these people. It's beautiful to see them popping.
So I have a question, Doc. I share with you.
Yeah, man.
So all three of us, we had a long talk with our parents maybe about 2 years ago, and we talked about their final days and what are we supposed to do with their money when they pass away.
Yeah.
We had a long talk.
You did.
And mom and dad made it clear to us that we have to put it in Christian education.
Right.
If you could give us a truncated thing, and I know you like this, but we have no problem. Once mom and dad passes away, and that comes to us, and Patrick and Paul and I decides to make the decision to give to Oakwood, right? How does that procedure work, or how could we work towards that without sounding morbid, right?
Yeah. You don't want to be morbid, and Mrs. Ellen G. White said, now, I can quote her on this broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Here's what she said. We love you. She said, writing a will will not make you die one day earlier. So, we'll get it anyway. So the idea is, so we would put you in touch with our development people. Miss Sherry Wilson. Many of you know her, Dr. Jesse Wilson's spouse.
We work with her, and we do have scholarships under Oakwood already.
So she is one, and currently Lewis Jones, Lewis. They will help you work out the particulars of how you would like to see your parents' estate used, how you would like to deploy it. What would you like it to do? Would you like it to be in scholarships? Would you like it to be in something else? Would you like a naming opportunity, depending upon the volume? So often families, we try to show them all the options, right? Because naming opportunities are wonderful, wonderful ways to memorialize our families. And even before then, we have spaces on campus. Like, for instance, we built the brand new Peters Media Center to do exactly what you guys are doing, the whole communication. So everything you see coming out of Oakwood now, Oakwood University Broadcast Network, and our plan is to have a 24-hour satellite network. So we don't bless everybody who does what they do. But if we're going to be authentic,
this is we need Doctor. This is our show. We need a black ABN, and we can say whatever we want to say. You can be as politically correct as you want to be, but we need our black station. We need our station.
You get it? Yeah. So we can come like we come, right?
I got you.
But in the studio, we actually tell the story of Oakwood University and the Peters Media Center. That was that's a naming opportunity from your area, right? Leroy and Lois Peters.
That's right. That's right. Coming from the Brinklow Church, from the great Brinklow,
from the great Brinklow,
right?
Big church, man. That church is amazing. The things that Dr. Medley and that team there are doing, it's amazing. It's just amazing the work they're doing. So and you're always proud because you can see the Oakwood fingerprint on all of that stuff.
Yes.
So with your parents, we can figure out what you'd like done. And even before then, there are things you can do that you can show them. Like right in front of the Peters Media Center, we have a legacy walkway, and people buy bricks and they put their family. Like I did my mother's there.
Right.
You guys know my mother's story. She was
wonderful. Oh my goodness.
$500. $1 bills rolled up, since it's alumni weekend, rolled up and tied together with a rubber band. She made $2.74 an hour back then. And that was her savings. And she gave it to me and she said, son, if I had more, on the steps of Cunningham Hall, she said, son, if I had more, I'd give you more, but God will give you the rest.
Wow.
Mercy. You'll get your parents.
Patrick, come on, Pat. Come on, Pat. Patrick, come on, play that music.
What you to do, Pat?
Come on. Is there one?
Is there one?
Is there one?
Lola, is there one?
Lola, is there one?
Look at your parents, man. Look at your parents. It's the covenant that these parents make, and and God just does something special with that investment. I mean, where would my life be? Where would your lives be?
Right.
If I gotta say this for my parents,
Oakwood, man. Yeah.
My parents had not put us all three of us through Oakwood without loans.
Without loans.
Yeah.
Without loans. I mean, if we got loans now, we're the ones that messed that up, you know. But we went there, and Doc, even through all the problems we gave Oakwood coming through.
Remember.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
Here's Oakwood. We look beyond your fault. We see your needs. That's what we do.
I have a confession to make. I have a confession. So, my son was trying to up us, Patrick.
Go ahead.
And so he says to me, Dad, the kids down there call him Les. That's his nickname down there. Okay. And surveillance has it that he feeds the ducks in the morning.
Who does?
Dr. Pollard.
Oh, okay.
We always did surveillance.
Right.
So, I'm not gonna. Well, Tony says that when Pollard doesn't park in his spot, guess who parks in Pollard's spot?
Who he does?
Tony parks in his spot. That's why he has no car no more. He has to get away.
He's practicing. He has
the Graham hijinks in him. So that's
well, Doc, listen, we have so many others that you have mentored who's on with us today. Oh, sure, we're just so glad that you have the opportunity to hop on with us.
Thank you.
You need to ask him the question, Pat.
Oh, yes. Okay, hold on.
You need to ask him.
I like the afro, Doc. I like the afro. I like the afro.
And I got the colors on, Doc. I got I got the colors. I got the blue.
Gary, stop it, and let him go. Let him, Gary. Let him answer.
My son goes to school now.
Okay, let him answer, Gary. Let him answer.
Let him answer. What is the question?
Well, I just want you to know that I do sit on the ORC board.
Goodness. Ask the question.
Hold on. Let him. Hold on. I sit, very big supporter. I'm the president of Beta.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
So here's the question. Here's the question that we ask.
I'm the executor of the will, Doc. I just want to let you know.
The question is, who's your favorite Graham?
Okay, who?
Everybody gets that question.
Everybody gets it.
It depends on which day of the week.
That's a good answer.
On a Sunday, Paul. On a Monday.
Give me Sabbath. Just give me Sabbath. Give me Sabbath.
Then rotate it again. On a
give me Sabbath. Just give me Sabbath. Give me Sabbath.
Yeah, and on a Sabbath, all the Grams. All three of the Grams.
Listen, Doc. And I'm gonna tell everybody to do this. Everybody, you gotta pray for him. Pray for what he does. I look at you guys who are in these positions. The darts come your way and the flowers come your way. So it goes both ways.
They do both of them.
And so we just want to live
today, though, isn't it? That's leadership today, right?
Yes,
it is. See, all four of us, we need to write a book on leadership in a social media age.
Wow.
Because what has changed is the ability for anybody to amplify their voice through social media. That's what's changed. The work continues, and it often functions the same. Somebody say, which day of the week? I like that. But again, it's that. And let me tell you, you get doing this job. I've often said, I would do this for free. Sometimes people just see the darts. But when you see the lives, I met with the USM the other night. We're doing strategic planning. So this is my last story. So today is Friday. So this would have been Wednesday night. So Dr. Karen Ben Marshall and I, we sat, we kind of talked.
Karen.
I know.
Right, Dr. Karen, Karen, Ray King, Miss Ray King. So we met with the USM leadership, and we say we want your honest perspectives with this. We know the good, the bad, the ugly. We're not trying to hide from what we don't do well.
Right.
We want to know what that is, and then what do we do well?
Mm-hmm.
And when you listen to what students say about the Oakwood touch, you say, I would do this job for free.
For free. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the love that is poured into these students, I love, you put up Cornell, one of my favorite speakers. Dr. West talks about the love. I was telling someone this morning, I said, I got a sermon. I got a sermon. And it's what I call it. What would you say if God asked you a question? What would you say? So that was called "What Would You Say?" So one of the sections of the sermon, it says, "If I could send you back in any other race, what would you want? What would you be?" So I walked through it, right? I walked through it. You stop it. I see you. So what would you say? I'd say, well, Lord, maybe I'd like to try being Asian. This, before all the Asian hate stuff broke out.
Right.
Asian. I mean, just imagine people see you and they think you're smart automatically. I talk about all the positive stereotypes. They just assume you're smart, right?
Yeah.
So
preach that.
Then of course I say, well, maybe I'd like to be Latino. Maybe I could try that one because if are we still here? I could try that one because mi familia.
That's right. Come on.
Developed concept. Come on. Hospitalidades and all of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe I could try that. And then I say, well, maybe maybe I could be. Maybe I'd try being white because just imagine all them privileges being dropped in your lap.
Come on.
They just come to you. They find you, right?
Come on, he walking. Come on.
And I say, Lord, but you know something? When I think about it, all over again. As an African American Black man living in America,
sir. I'm not taking away the music. Keep going.
Because I'd come back that way. The sweetness, the love, the passion. Yep. See what I say to alums is, when you see some of the darts and that stuff, just remember it's the love. It's you love this place so much.
Yep.
That you just want the best for it, and even if you don't understand it. Now, I'm quick to say, just because you went to Oakwood, don't mean you know how to run Oakwood. I'm quick to say that.
That's right. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, because that's true. That's true.
It's true. Good word.
What most people don't appreciate is the degree of difficulty that HBCUs execute every single day and the accomplishment of their mission. But that's okay. What I look at it as, I see the love. I see, and the same love that brings 10,000 people back to Huntsville. That love is what drives us forward to make the contributions that we make. So I would want to be African American. I deal with the suffering. But the sweetness of the forgiveness of the African. I was talking to someone just this week. I got a Jewish white podcast partner, a white Jewish. He's white, I'm Black. It's kind of that kind of thing. Black. We call it seeking higher ground. He's Republican, I'm Democrat. He's conservative, I'm liberal. But we're good friends. We've been friends for 30-some years. So we're banking up our podcast right now. And one of the pieces we studied in our podcast was the article by John Lewis in 1988, 3 days after George Wallace died. And it was called Forgiving George Wallace.
Wow.
Man.
John Lewis. Look it up. You can Google it. Forgiving George Wallace. And God gave our community something special that we needed to navigate life in America. And it's that gift of forgiveness, that ability. And Dr. King showed the power of that in transforming society and transforming hearts. The work's not finished. We still got a lot of work to do. Oakwood graduates have to be in public spaces. We've got to be out there in policy, advocacy. We've got to be in the halls of legislature. You're absolutely right. You better tell them to stop. Somebody better come get me. That's what Barry always says. Just 3% of higher education, but 21% of all degrees, bachelor degrees, are conferred on African Americans are conferred by the 3% of HBCUs. 46% of all female engineers graduate from HBCUs.
Come on now.
Judges, just 3% of all institutions. We are punching above our weight class. I wish I had class. And Oakwood is right there in the heavyweights.
That's right.
Guess what, everybody? Here's the last thing. We did a big study, study.com, just this week. They released it. Study.com studied hundreds of mathematics programs.
Brian Watts.
Their graduates, the quality of the education. Dr. Lisa James and the whole team.
Yes.
Oakwood ranked 12th.
Yes.
I read that. Yes.
In the
Put it in the chat.
in the nation. Study.com. You can go read it don't take my word. You can read it for yourself. Our last accreditation visit, we had 99 standards from the U.S. government. We got 98.9. That's Oakwood University.
That's right. That's right.
University. All the wonderful lives that are being touched, we thank you. And you, Graham brothers, who are just wonderful alumni. Now y'all make me want to go to Oakwood to finish my degree. Deanna, it's called Leap. Come on, sister. Leap. And you can do it online. Deanna, you can do it online. You don't have to leave the comfort of your home.
Wow.
Wow. And the last thing I'm going to say to you, as we reach out to our community, we just signed a huge lease with Huntsville Hospital. We are building a community health action clinic right adjacent to the campus. We just signed it to bring healthcare to the underserved. Half of it will be rented by Huntsville Hospital. The other half is our service learning area for our students in order to promote and encourage community engagement.
Awesome.
100,000 things are happening next year, April 2022, guys.
Yes.
2022. We're coming together.
That's right.
My daughter, who's an attorney at NASA, she and all her friends, they got about 40 lawyers in their group. And some of them have already said, now, man, I wished I went to OU. We do too, but it's not too late.
The came in. The altar call came in. It's not too late.
We got to just look at our online offerings. You can still go to Oakwood University.
Yes, sir.
So we've got all of these things that are happening. But my daughter's last story. Come on.
No, take your time. Take your time.
My daughter said her friend said, Chrissy, tell your daddy that we're going to buy 3 outfits. Because we done missed 3 alumni.
That's right. Hey, that's right. That's right. That's right.
We don't need 3 outfits. Tell them to buy one new outfit and give the other 2 to students who need help trying to get.
I like that.
I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for hanging with us.
I want to tell you, I was jealous. You were on Sabbath school. People don't know, for Bethel Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Oh yeah, we had a wonderful time.
That's right.
Now that's our home church.
That's where we grew up.
That's where we grew up.
Okay.
And I told Pat and Paul, we need to have you here. We know the wonderful work you're doing. And I'm gonna say this honestly: when a parent send their child to Oakwood, big shout out to Dean Knight and all your deans down there.
Amen.
My son is safe down there, and that's the biggest thing you can give back. The biggest investment anybody can do is to send their child, Paul Graham, to Oakwood. But Dr. Pollard,
some say in it, the child does have some.
Dr. Pollard, on behalf, I know Patrick and Paul are going to say something. I want to say this to everybody. You need to hear the sermon of Dr. Pollard's story, how he became Adventist. We hear about all of our icons Adventist story, but I don't think yours is known, and it's on YouTube. I'm going to find it and I'm going to post it. I was there to post it.
We'll post it here. Yeah, we'll post it here.
Yeah, it is an amazing story. And when you're in leadership and you have people throw darts on you, and Patrick and Paul and I talked about this, when you have people who has resilience, you hear that story and then you'll understand why. But I just want to tell you before you go, thank you for coming on. And thank you for doing a great job down there. And we have our criticism, but we're your biggest fans.
But remember, it's a community of love, and love is not fair if love doesn't have criticisms. And we have to hear those. We listen to those. We say, okay, this part we can use. That part the person doesn't understand. Right. Well, we're not defensive about that. We say
it sounds like my marriage, man. It sounds like my marriage.
Yeah, we can use this part. This part is not informed by what is required of a university. It's not, but it might be a great idea, but it's not. This part is let's do that. This part that threatens our accreditation. You see, so if you can't take that today, then you can't lead today. And you can't have a community in which you're trying to help everybody move forward at the same time. My favorite African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone.
That's right.
Go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Alumni weekend is us trying to go, reminding ourselves that we can get there. We got to get there together.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hanging with us. Paul, we can't end after that. Let him. He just got to just exit right after that.
I'm afraid to press the get out of here button. You know,
I feel like something's gonna happen.
Now, what's this thing? Somebody's got my wife coming to do something in New York. Is that you, Gary? Somebody?
No, not yet.
Okay. She's from Northeastern. So she's from Northeastern.
Yeah, so, we don't have that kind of money to bring her in. We good though. We good. Yeah.
But it's a big recruiting event that she's going to be doing. So look for more information.
Oh, look at mommy. That's mommy.
Very, very happy to send you three there. It's where, amen. You know, Sister Graham, God bless you and thank you. You represent a generation of parents who saw the light and said, I want to do everything I can to make sure that my children have what matters most. And that's what your mother did. And that's what my mother did. Right. Had what matters most. And that's a faith-based Seventh-day Adventist Christian education. And I'm grateful.
Awesome.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you so much.
Take it easy, Doc. Have a good one.
All right, now.
Love you much. Love
you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Yo.
Awesome, man.
Now, let's be real. How much minutes he was supposed to stay on the run sheet?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. But today he pays the bills.
Oh, no doubt, Gary, no doubt. Hey, Gary, no doubt. Yo, but Dr. Parker, just to hear what Dr. Pollard had to say, we just want to spend some time with Dr. Parker so he can just kind of walk us through. Just walk us through.
I have to call him Dr. Parker too. I can't call him Emil.
Listen, we're gonna have another guest on named Damaris Moore. Mm-hmm. She's doing her doctorate now. She just got accepted to do her doctorate in is it social work? I think it's social work. In social work, right? Yo, already put a hand. I heard her husband talking to her the other day and already call her doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so,
I got it.
All right.
You guys put me in my place. Okay.
All right. Well, her husband should call a doctor. Let's just move on. Let's move on. Let's bring on Emil. What's up, Doc? What's up?
What's up? I am digging the sweater. I'm
dead. So let's all our fans know. They know this, Emil. I'm just going to tell you, and you're going to laugh. We don't like anybody who's more good looking than us to come on our show.
Yes, so this is going to be really quick. It's going to be quick.
It's going to be quick. I'm out. That's deep, brothers. That's deep.
You don't want good looking men. You don't like that. You look good now. I saw you 2 years ago. We became friends then, and you're looking better each time. And
that's living right.
And
what that is, that's living right.
That's living right.
Let's just check that box.
Dr. Parker always calls back. Thank you for coming on, man. Thank you so much
for having me. I am just so excited. Boy, that was a powerful interview with Dr. Pollard. Oh my goodness. Man of stats, man of history. Just really a great interview, and you all had a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about.
So Pat, you guys could put up the graphic. Dr. Parker is the alumni.
And let me fix that. Let me just fix that, Doc.
Good.
You're the doc. This one's not a doc. I have a master's, not a doc yet. Who knows? That might happen in the future, but not a doc yet.
Okay, Master Parker. Okay, Master.
We got no problem with that. We have no problem with that. Throw up the C360 logo. He's in charge of alumni, and let me tell you, he honestly, there's a running joke here at the Snacks with the Grams. So we can officially say that you are our first sponsor. You have raised our profile here today. We're thankful. I met you 2 years ago. You've taught me a lot of things, and honestly, the president was supposed to come on here just to kind of like give greetings, and we just kind of went for it. This is Alumni Weekend Edition, session 34, and can you tell everybody what 360 is about? Because there's some people coming on after this that wants to get involved, and we want to get some clarity.
Alumni 360, we launched it in 2019 when we had our last in person. And the concept was simple, where Oakwood alums circle back around to their alma mater, Oakwood, and network for their professions, and also provide internships, mentoring, jobs, and just, career readiness tips and coaching advice to our students. That's really the concept. And right now, it's really kind of expanding, because what we are also wanting to do with Alumni 360 is we want to also be that piece that when they move that tassel at graduation, Oakwood is not finished with you.
Right.
Is good. We have you in our hands. We want to make sure that you don't flounder. We make sure that you're coached up, polished up, and ready, and make sure that the powerful network of Oakwood, I mean, we talk about it, but I don't know if we've actually tapped it and used it like we should, where they can go anywhere in the country, yea, in the world, and there'll be an Oakwoodite that can help them and reach back and pull them out. So that's the concept of Alumni 360. And what you have is you have a lot of departments, today and Sunday, having Alumni 360 events, bringing in high profile, alums, just to present. And the student clubs of those academic departments are present as well, just being fed good stuff from our alum professionals. So that's really the backdrop of Alumni 360. And part of it is recruiting, because what's better to recruit when you can actually say, guess what? We have a 90% placement rate.
Right.
Every student that leaves Oakwood will have at least one internship. Right. And here's the thing. You got 2 resumes on your desk. You're a CEO. One resume, this person's got a 4.0. But this other resume, they've got maybe a 3.0, but they have 2 internships.
And they
that job.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
So let's be real. And this is what the big boys are doing. I'll never forget. My son came one year at Oakwood. I found out that they had closed out his major, so he went to Georgia State. They believe in internship. He had at least 3 while he was there, and he wasn't on the bench but 30 days before he got picked up by a cybersecurity firm. So internships matter.
It does. It does. That's awesome.
Listen, I know that we got to keep moving forward or what have you, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Oakwood 360, I feel like it goes beyond the campus.
Yeah.
And for it to go beyond the campus, it means everything in the world. One of the things that I shared with my niece before she went to Oakwood, she hesitantly went, but she's now preaching to my daughter saying, hey, listen, try it 1 year. Just try it 1 year. Because even just like your son stayed 1 year,
You're still an Oakwoodite, you know.
Listen, Oakwoodite forever.
Even if you go 1 year.
In there on that definition.
Yeah.
It's never been defined before I got in this spot. But here's the definition, ladies and gentlemen. And you can't find any cover if you didn't get paper. If you at least minimum completed successfully 3 credit hours, just 3 credit hours, you're an Oakwood alum.
You're Oakwoodite.
No, you can't duck and dive and say, get paper. No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. You Oakwood. You Oakwood.
Hey, listen, Doc, thank you so much. And even before you come off, I have someone that's on Dion's story that's on right now, but she just wants to give a quick announcement because I know she's got to run. Pat, can you pull up Dion just real quickly so she can give her announcement? Don't go anywhere, Parker. Dion.
Hey, I like that. That's sweet.
Hey, listen, I messed up last week, Gary, when I was talking to Dion. I said, Dion,
oh my goodness.
I want to know about your business. What are you doing right now? So and so, whatever, because I know you're the chiropractor. She was like, I'm not a chiropractor. Before you give your announcement, I know it's not about your business and so whatever. Okay. I know you give your announcement, but I still want to, we're talking about Oakwood 360. Everybody, we're talking about connecting. So just tell us what you do first and then give us your announcement and we'll let you go. We promise we'll let you go.
Okay. So yes, I am.
Hold on. Dion, before you go. Who's your favorite Graham?
No.
I know. I'm kidding, Paul. I'm kidding.
Not yet, brother. Not yet.
I'm kidding.
I'm trying to throw up Charlie Squires.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out a way, for her to just say Pat Graham. That's all.
I mean, well, you are Pat. You are.
Go ahead. And make your announcement. Go ahead.
Let's
make your announcement.
Let's be clear.
First of all, what you do? What are you doing now? And then your announcement.
I am the main podiatrist and owner of Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics. I am a aesthetic podiatrist here in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Wow.
So it's pretty much a cosmetic podiatrist. Don't do it. No. But real story though. Real story. The reason why I got into podiatry was because of Gary.
Really?
I saw Gary's feet one day in the cafeteria. No, real talk. And I said, somebody needs to help him. And I was like, he always wears those sandals. What? Why is he doing that?
And that's true. She got me.
It's true.
She got me. Wow.
Gary, that means
still is bad.
She should be tied. That means she should be tithing you, Gary.
That's right. 10%.
When I come down, I know where I'm going.
No, you are. No, for real. Real talk. We have a Gary special on the menu. I want you to look it up. For real. On the
wow, that's crazy.
On the website. No, I love you, Gary. I love you so much.
Wow.
Gary, you gotta check the chat. Everybody's like, what?
Yeah. Wow.
Your feet got her in the business, man. That's,
wow.
I mean, that's a big thing, Gary. Thank you so much. I mean, you put a roof over my head. You put my kids through church school. I love it, Gary. Thank you.
Gary,
I'm more than happy to oblige.
Wait. Who's this, Pat? Can someone give me her number?
Yo, Gary, check the chat below. Can somebody give
Gene,
me your number?
Gene, you sleep with her, Gene. You sleep with her.
Yeah, Gene, come on, man.
No, with socks on. I don't mess on that. I can't.
Well, give us your announcements real quick.
That was the announcement. My bad.
Okay, so I am a member of the illustrious class of 1996. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary this weekend.
Gotcha.
And so I just want to put a plug out for anyone who came in 1992, successfully completed 3 credits. 3 credits, or graduated in 1996. They could have come in 86 and graduated in 1996. Doesn't matter. But we are celebrating the class of 1996 this weekend, starting with a meet and greet this evening at 6:30 East, 5:30 Central. That's going to lead us into the Vespers program for this evening. But the meet and greet is going to be just a little fun thing we're going to do for literally 29 minutes before we begin. That's like our little staging process, doing a little, fun stuff before the weekend begins. So we're starting that. And then Saturday night after the Aeolians concert.
It's the party.
We want to see anyone pop their Achilles dunking contest. We have a game night held by the class of 1996. Beautiful. And all the information, Zoom links will be on our Facebook page probably right now.
Yeah, but put it in the chat. Make sure somebody put it in the chat right now so that everybody will be getting it. Now, I want to thank you for the announcement, but make sure you put it in there. I just want to let everybody know, and this is our show, so we could say whatever we want to say. The red and black is saying hello to the orange and blue. I just want to let you know that. I just, because somebody said it in the chat, I wanted to say it out loud. Emil, you don't got nothing to do with this right now.
Orange and blue all day.
Gary, fix that. Gary, fix that, please. Gary, fix that, please.
You fix that. I'm still worried about my feet.
Oh. That's funny. Well, this Zag brothers love the both of y'all. These Zag brothers love the both of y'all. So, much love. Dion, thanks for joining us.
For hanging out.
Thank you so much. Bring me back so I can talk more about my business now.
Definitely. No doubt about it.
Dion, please give me your love to your sisters for me. I haven't seen them in a long time ago.
Yes.
And give my love to Jean and much success.
I will definitely do that. Thank you guys so much. You're my favorite brothers ever.
Oh, I love.
Wait. She got out of that one.
Yeah, she tried to get out of that one.
All three.
No. All three. She tried to get out that one. All right, have a good one. See you.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome.
Emil, you're already influencing people. Let's get Emil. Let's see what he got, Pat. Play the music for him.
Yeah, wait, but hold on before he goes.
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff.
Go ahead. That's right. Bring it. That's right. Come on.
All right. Here we go. Do you all know the three main speakers we have during homecoming? You need to know that.
Let's go.
6:15 this evening, Vespers. We have our female pastor, Pastor Lindsay Sy. She is going to bring it this evening.
Miami.
And following that, Oakwood Honors, Take 6, and our beloved James Roddy.
Oh yeah.
Then Sabbath morning at 9:30, just before OUC starts theirs at 10:30, Sabbath school, but ours starts at 9:30. The mighty class, honor class of 2001 under Dr. Julian Johnson is doing that.
Good move.
Then Jesse Wilson, none other than Jesse Wilson, is breaking the bread. His sermon title is the Passover Party. So you don't want to miss that.
Good,
all right.
Good stuff.
And then after that, we have a special edition of Oaktown, alumni edition of Oaktown.
Oh
yeah. We're full service. We're full service on Sabbath. Then also after that, a special first time ever Oakwood Honors Memories program. All the pictures, all the music, all the narrations by Wintley Phipps, by Vicky Joyner, by Dr. E.E. Rogers, by Russell Bates. You don't want to miss that program. And that's about 5:15 about. Then Aeolians Concerts. That's going to be a mix, not only our current, but also other eras, Lord Mallory and Alma Blackman.
Good.
Then on Saturday night, of course, all the Zooms for all the honor classes. I just want to do a shout out with all the honor classes. When we do our big reveal of their giving since last homecoming, that's the mark. I'm looking out for the 2s and the 7s come Monday. That's when your clock starts. They did historic giving that no one has ever seen in honor classes. And the big reveal is going to be Sabbath just before offering. So you don't want to miss that.
We're watching.
And then Alumni 360, slam dunk contest. All our ballers. It's going to be amazing. It's on StreamYard. It's going to look similar to this.
Okay.
And that's going to be at 8:30 Saturday night. All right. And then, of course, we're doing a couple of Alumni 360 programming on Sunday. Alumni in the Box. Go to give.oakwood.edu. Type in the word box. Get your alumni in the box like today.
And so you mail it.
Deadline for that is April 5th.
Good.
That's where you get the T-shirts and all that kind of stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I saw a person with theirs, and I was highly jealous. I'm not even going to say her name, but I was highly jealous.
But you can get yours today.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will. Definitely will.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of what you're doing today. This is what alumni engagement at Oakwood needs to be on the shout out as a template. And I celebrate you all's effort. I'm glad that you all have embraced Alumni 360. Definitely. I can't imagine all the guests that you're going to have on afterwards. But let me drop the mic and I'm out.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Awesome. Awesome. Again, guys, we are at
first of all, Pat, we would not be who we are if it wasn't for this girl right here.
That's true.
I'm just so proud to be in the number after all the other good people. Thank you so much. I didn't feel worthy, but now I'm with the brothers. Amen.
Paul, tell me why we wouldn't be where we are without her. You tell me why.
When we first got there, how could they're praise teams now?
I know.
Darlene, you alone.
The mother of Oakwood praise teams.
It's not even a praise team.
Not a praise team.
It's by herself. Paul, it's because of her.
I have to tell you something. My roommate, Tracy Davis Brown, she passed away about 3 years ago.
Wow.
Mark Woodson asked about 2 or 3 of us to do it, but they weren't saying anything. And so I kind of took over. Then after a while, they started sitting down. So really, it was not just me. It was a team. But they wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, what y'all doing? And I said, okay. And then I said, I mean, I didn't mean to take over. It's just my New York spirit. I'm just saying.
When I came in 1990, I think I got a picture of it. I was one of the associate producer, probably the best AY concert ever in 1990. And that's when I got introduced to Darlene. I was talking to Patrick and Paul. I was like, who should we get to start out or whatever? And he was like, they were like, yo, you got to get Darlene. I was so afraid to talk to her.
Oh my God. Yeah. Really? No. I'm down to earth. I'm the same as when I got there. And the only reason why you guys know me is because I graduated late. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Had I been in the right place, y'all would have known me.
But that's everybody's story.
And then that big old Genesis thing, I'm like, dang, now they really know I'm old. My daughter's like, Mom, you weren't even supposed to be there. And I will whoop you if you say that again. I'm just saying.
That's right, Paul. She was the first one to read out the Genesis
and let it divide.
And let it divide. That's right. With Owen Simon. Yeah. Hold on though. Tina Riley is putting out By and By When the Morning Comes.
Yep.
Listen, when I first heard that song, when we went back, we were at what they call Oakwood Live now. We were at College Days at that time. And when you were handling that joint by yourself,
yo, let me tell you, I remember it was Moran Hall. It was in Moran Hall. Yeah, that's them days when Moran. People don't know the new Moran Hall is not it. It's the old Moran Hall where the walls used to sweat. Y'all remember that? Yeah, the walls. I'm telling you.
Where we wore stockings and the chairs used to tear our stockings. I'm just saying we wore stockings at AYS. You know, that's saying something. That's saying something.
Woo, y'all. I hope the young people on here seeing the real deal.
I'm gonna say it again. Jamar and Damaris Moore, who's coming on after, they don't know nothing about this. They're babies. They don't know nothing about that.
Warren's on. He knows about that.
Listen, let me tell you something. And when you had plans, come on, let's be real about this. When you had plans to go to the party the next day, and you go to AYS Friday, it cuts out your whole plan.
That's why you did not go to
because
AY.
It cuts out your plan.
Because if Darlene is singing and Dwan is singing, then you don't. Well,
hold on. No, wait a minute. And this is gonna date us. And then Chip is at the end, and he's a Pine Forge. He's a Pine Forge now. Cliff is at the end, and we're all singing "Lord, How Long."
Yes.
Yo, if you were planning on having sex that night, it's over. If you was planning on hanging out, it's over. Everything is over that night because when they sang that song, you left out crying. Lord, forgive me for whatever I thought about doing. That's how AY ended.
But wait a minute, another transparency moment. A lot of times they were planning the AYS program while I was doing song service. So I had to get overly animated so that they would be. So by the time I finished, because you notice it would last for a while. I was doing stuff. I was like exercising. It was like cardio. And they were like, I was like, y'all ready yet? No. Dang. All right. Amen.
Yeah, no. Are you ready yet? Bye and bye. Bye.
Well, no, how about this? Darlene.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, could y'all hurry up? Then half the time, the whole AYS would be song service. I was like, I'm gonna kill y'all dead if y'all do that again. I'm like, really? Don't do it again. No.
That was AY, man. That was AY, and jam packed.
Always. I used to get outfits for AYS. I said, no, it's church. Then it's Friday night. We gotta be cute for Friday night.
You better believe it.
The question is, what you wearing next year? That's the question we need to ask you. What you wearing next year, guys?
Let me tell you something. Y'all not gonna notice a sister next year, and I'm gonna try not to wear a bathing suit. But I'm gonna be off the chain next year. I'm just saying. I said it here, so that means it's from your mouth to God's ears. I'm gonna be so cute next year. Y'all gonna be like, "Where's she at?" I'm like, "I'm here. I'm here." Now I'm already cute, but the cute quotient will be increased when you see me on that. I'm just saying.
Say you're gonna get off that COVID weight. That COVID weight's gonna be gone. No,
please. I'm still trying to lose my freshman 40 from 1984. So I'm just saying.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Let go of the freshman 40. You way past freshman year, okay?
Oh my God. This is real. See, people don't know. This is real jokes.
This is cafeteria. Hold on. This is cafeteria where you can't leave the cafeteria. They're telling us to leave out of the cafeteria because we just laughing all day.
We're here for the next meal. We're here for the next
But real talk, I have to say this before I go. I am so proud of you, gentlemen, because each time I've ever seen you, because you know, some of y'all act like you ain't never ate nothing to calf, like you ain't never stood in the financial aid line, and now you big and you bad. Every time I see you, gentlemen, it is like no time has passed. Y'all don't act big and bad. Y'all act like the crazy ninjas y'all was at Oakwood, and that I'm impressed with. Because all that other stuff, we know from whence you came. You was eating that horrible food in the calf like I was. So don't be acting all brand new. So I'm very proud of your accomplishment. I love what you all have done, but I love that you all still are down to earth and y'all cool, because let's be clear, we had to laugh at Oakwood, all the stuff that we were going through, and you all made that time for me when I was trying to hide in my 5th year. Y'all made it very enjoyable. I'm serious. I'm serious. Y'all helped me. Y'all helped make my transition over to the new situation really good. Considering I'm supposed to be gone, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
This is 1990 stuff. Like when you go with the mouth like that, she still do that.
1996.
I had a crush on Tina Riley still.
And she adorable.
I have a crush on Tina Riley.
Yeah,
she is.
We all had a crush on Tina Riley, but
I have a crush on Tina and her favorite sister, everybody. All the Rileys, all of Toronto. Correct.
Darlene,
Yes,
somebody just said, oh, tell her to sing. Just give us a one-liner real quick before you get out of here.
That's right.
And please try to sing and not arouse us. Just
you ain't right. Let me see. God is able. God is able. Yeah. God is able. And he won't fail. All right now.
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because he is what? Able. He's able.
He's able.
Listen, before we go, I on a more serious note, we cried where we were. When we cried when we were. Don is gone, but we love him to death.
I still can't believe it, man.
Still can't believe it. But our prayers have been with you. Our prayers are still with you. And all I can remember is them strong muscles.
I know. He hated me there. He hated me being a big sister, because I don't know if you all remember. One year he was down there fighting Big Will, and my mother was like,
yes.
My mother was like, anyhow something happened to your brother, because I'm the oldest. Anyhow something happened, I'm gonna deal with you. So I'm up to the mommy. He was like, I hate you. Please stop doing that. But real talk, let me tell you this. They talk about this Oakwoodite thing, and people don't understand it. From the moment, and it was June 8th to June 25th, because he was in the hospital for that long. Those 17 days, the hardest of my life. Every Oakwoodite that I know of, they reached out, and there were some things I could not do, and they physically, emotionally, and spiritually held us up. When I tell you, there's only the prayers of my Oakwoodite friends, my loved ones, who knew about it. But not only that, we had a lot of trauma. The transition was horrible. Every Oakwoodite. Let me just shout out some names. Let me shout out Tanya Taylor. Let me shout out Sonia Gaskin McCullum. Let me shout out Craig Mcpherson. Let me shout out Charmaine Blair. Let me shout out Jackie Sanso. Let me shout out, there's so many others to shout out. Maria Vanderburgh. When I tell you, Joan Reed. They stuck with me and still sticking with me today. And what is so beautiful is I want to make sure my brother was saved. I said, Lord, we want him to be saved. And one day I was getting ready for work, and I started hearing that song, I Should Wear a Crown, with Sharon singing. Yeah. And I closed my eyes, and the Lord showed me my brother standing next to my father in heaven. So I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I might miss him, but I'm about to get to where he is. Come on now.
That's right.
I shout out to Oakwoodites. We would have never been able to make it through that horrible time had not you all been praying for us. I know that cushioned the pain for us, because it was like nothing else. Because I'm the big sister. That was the one fight I couldn't fight for him. But I thank every every Oakwoodite for standing in need with us, because there's no way we could have made it had it not been for you all's prayers and your love and everything you sent my way. So I'm an Oakwoodite for life. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to about Oakwood, but I'm Oakwoodite for life.
Dig that.
Try to get the Rileys in the chat room.
Yeah. That's who we want. Before we go, we want the Rileys in the chat room.
Oh, okay.
No. Send an invitation to the Rileys. I mean, Paul.
That's right, Darlene. We love you. We love you. Love you. And
thank you.
We shall wear a crown.
We shall.
I love you, my brother.
We shall.
Buford.
Okay. Can I do this introduction, Pat? Because I know this is your boy right here. Kente. Buford's wife and my wife are the only Nilsas that probably went to Oakwood. Let me start with that.
Yeah.
Buford's wife is named Nilsa. My wife is named Nilsa. Hold on. And Buford, and we call him by his government name. We're gonna change over soon. And Buford and I were married on the same day. August 6th.
Really, Gary?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have an August 6th club.
There's about 12
there's about 12 of us that married that day. Not the
First of all, I don't know anybody named Buford.
Right. And then on top of
Griff the dog. That's what
I know. The last thing, his son is down there too, and his baby. But the baby girl is in finished nursing school. Girl
graduated.
Listen, she owns Huntsville Hospital. She owns Huntsville Hospital now.
One day Griff came down to my church, Pat, right? Just sitting down there, and I said, "Yo, man, before I finish the sermon, I'm gonna need a song. That people don't know Griff can sing.
That's true.
Yeah, but Griff,
light-skinned people from Ohio.
No, Griff. It was in Texas. Wasn't it in Texas?
No. That's where he lived now.
Texas.
Griff is from.
I was speaking in Texas.
But you're missing.
Griff is from Ohio. He's from the white. He's from the
Buckeye.
white.
He's a Buckeye fan.
Right, yes.
Oh, he's from the white mixed people from Ohio. That's where he's from.
That's why he married Nilsa.
Henry Wright. He's from that Henry Wright.
Right. He's from right. Hey, listen, nobody could talk about Griff except for me. That is my brother.
That's true.
That is my true brother right there. If let me just tell you, we're making it to the kingdom so that nobody could read our books.
Yes. Look, grace and mercy is real. Grace and mercy is real.
That's the only reason why we going. So everybody be like, oh, let me see why Griff ain't here. Oh. Let me see why Pat ain't here. Oh, snap. They did that together? Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. Nah, Griff is my man. And then, Griff, and now you are
in charge of everything.
Superintendent of schools.
I'm the superintendent of Southwest Region Conference, and I'm also the chairman of the Regional Educational Superintendents Association.
That's right. Same thing. Like it's like a partnership with Beta. All of us are under the same umbrella. So Beta with all the youth directors, you have all the superintendents of all of our schools in all of our systems. Awesome, man. Griff, awesome. Tell me, your wife still fine or what?
She's still gorgeous. Hey, Nilsa! Nilsa! Come here.
Gary, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at him.
He's still excited about it.
Look at him. Yeah.
Gary, he sounds like the honeymooners. Hey, Cramden.
They're the same way online. All she got to tell him is jump off this roof. He's like, okay, hold on, wait for a second. Let me jump off the roof. Hey, Nilsa, you still with him?
I'm still with him.
Yo, listen, let me just tell you something. I'm going to call Griff one name because I can from the heart. He Old Faithful. He wanted that girl from day one.
Yeah, but I know he said that there was other there that he said the same thing.
Well,
That's gonna
be my wife.
No. We praying for her right now. Nilsa, don't do that, Nilsa.
That's right.
Thank you.
Is there one? Is there one?
So we know he's been watching. We know he's been watching.
He says they're one. Is there just one? So tell me, big plans. What's superintendent? Like, if you could read out 3 years from where you are right now, what you want for your schools? See you, Nils. What you want for your schools?
Well, in my conference, unfortunately, I don't have any high school. I need high school.
Right.
In my cities, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. I need high schools.
You don't have academies. I think we losing. I think I lost them.
I think yeah. It's okay.
I think we lost them. Hold on one second, guys.
Griff.
I got you froze.
Oh, he got us frozen. Take him out and we'll bring him back in, guys. Take him out. We'll bring him back in.
Take him out.
We'll bring him back in.
Bring him back, Gary. Oh, Pat, you bring him back in?
No, I don't know. Hold on one second. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, say it back again. You was talking about academies and you were saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I need high schools in my city, Dallas and Houston, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. We need them bad. Texas conference, my conference is the biggest conference in the division land wise. But we share with Texas conference, we share with the ARCLA conference. They have the high schools, we don't. So we need black high schools on this side.
That big school that they had down there in the Texas conference, a huge school that they had bought from somebody. North
Dallas Academy.
It's it, man.
It's a big school, and then yeah, it's a big building. It's huge,
beautiful.
So nobody's in that now.
No, well, yeah, North Dallas Academy from Texas Conference. They're still in that building.
Texas Conference. He's in Southwest. Texas Conference in Southwest.
Is that where our boy Jackson?
No, he's at
Burton, right?
He's at Burton.
Burton. Okay.
Lee's at Burton Academy.
Right.
Okay.
Lee's a good guy too. One of the good guys. Yeah.
Yeah. He brought me in some years ago to Burton. Nice school. But like you said, we need something. We need something over there.
We need us. We need ours. We need our own.
Right. We need ours. Griff, I know you're a singer, and I know that you're not a pastor. You come from a line of educators. How in the world does this bad kid Griff become not only was he principal of a school, but then moved up to superintendent? Who paid your way in? You better say Jesus. You better say Jesus paid it all, because I still can't believe how
paid it all, brother. Jesus paid it all. So I said,
well, Frog. I think Frog is a principal too. Frog a principal? I think Frog is a principal too.
Yeah.
Erica, if you're on, Erica Clifton, if you're on, is Frog? Wait, are they brothers? No. That's Brian's sister.
Brian and Erica, sister and brother.
Sister and brother, right?
But Froggy from
Birmingham.
From Birmingham, Alabama.
I thought he was from Louisiana.
I thought he was from Birmingham. That's from Birmingham. Man, I tell you, I like that G hat you got on though, dog.
I had to get it. I had to get the hat. I had to get the hat.
Hey, you saw Dion's story. You saw Dion's story on, and everybody was in the chat screaming out the red, the blue and the blue and what? The blue and orange.
The blue and orange. Nothing love for them. Nothing love for them. But it's
it's still our family. It's still our family. Yeah, it's still the red, the blue, the black and gold is still our family.
Hold up, Pat.
And my son is representing.
Wait a minute. A little trivia. Griff's son was Jonathan in the play
for at Oshkosh.
Oshkosh,
yeah. And somebody was like, "Oh, we ain't got no black people." I said, "He's black. He's black." I had to be like, "He's black," because I sit on the board. And people would complain. I was like, "Nah, he's black. I know that kid."
Patrick, Pat, I just hold on, Gary and Pat. I just got played. You see that where it says Messi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Erica and Frog used to date at Oakwood.
Oh, that's why she put up Messi. That's why she put up Messi.
I didn't know. I thought it was her brother, but
hold on. Wait a minute though. Ebony shouting out the purple and lime green. Ebony shouting the purple and lime green. Listen,
I see you purple and lime.
Yeah.
I see you cuties unlimited. I see you cuties unlimited.
That's right. The cuties unlimited.
Whoa, you went back there.
Yo. Oh, Erica is on you. She got the lips twisted.
Please, I'm sorry, Erica.
Wow.
She got the lips twisted on you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Here it goes.
No,
Natasha is always setting it straight. Erica's brother is Brian Clifton,
which was our Dean of Pledges.
Right. Langley's sister is what's her name in Bermuda?
What do you mean?
Maria
is in Bermuda. Right.
I messed that thing up. I'm sorry.
I'm just sure glad that none of the Grahams had sisters.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
hey, but real talk though, my son started Oakwood's first theater company.
Come on, stop it.
That boy's talented.
They're doing Raising in the Sun this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Whoa.
Okay, I thought they did something last year too, or 2 years ago. Yeah, they
2
did
years
that.
ago. 2 years ago, they did fences. They did fences.
That's what it was.
Wow, come on.
Yeah.
And how is these all people?
Are these all people from
Oakwood?
From Oakwood?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can bring them up to do stuff.
Yes.
We should be able to do that.
Yes.
And are they getting any kickback? Are they getting? That's right, Ebony Holland.
Ebony.
Yep.
If the name Holland sounds familiar to you, that's Holland Hall.
That's right, the Holland Hall.
That's
Holland Hall right there. You're looking at.
Hey, but listen to this though, Ebony. Come on, Raw Dog. Skip is the one that sold my parents.
Listen,
hold on one second. Gary, hold on a second. What did you just say, dog? You gonna put me out there and say that's like that y'all had me online? Oh my gosh, I know you didn't. No.
Yo, on the truth, hey Griff, the truth. Patrick important tell your story. That's how I earned my stripes at Oakwood.
I know what happened. What happened?
I gotta hear this story. This is the true story.
Wait, I don't think. Yeah, Griff was wrong. I was online.
I don't know if Griff was there. I don't know if he was there.
No, I wasn't there when you crossed me.
Yeah. Gary bust in while we were online, talking about you. I don't want nobody touching my brother. I'm surprised he made it out alive.
Listen,
right.
All the top dogs were there.
All the dogs were there. Even from Chicago, them cats was there.
And they was like, "You about to die." It's true. Griff is true. It's true. And then whatever happened, it came out of there, and it came back to me. It was like, anybody who gonna roll up on us like that?
They hold on, Gary. This is what they say, because this is the truth, and we can move on from here, Griff, so we don't get fired.
Right.
You could be raw and still down.
Yeah,
but you can't be Raw Dog. So there's a lot of blue and there's a lot of blues and there's a lot of blacks and there's a lot of purples and whatever. That's raw.
Pat, I know y'all remember this, Pat Pizzo. I know y'all remember this. Remember when my class came in, we were like 30 deep. It was me, Tone Capone, Mike Lambert, and then you had Brian Street, and then you had Damon, and then you had Lee and Byron Green.
The Washington D.C. crew.
The Washington D.C. crew. Then you had the Texas crew. Then you had the Chicago crew.
Yep.
We all was hanging together.
Everybody was together anyway.
And we were like, maybe we should start our own.
Your class had y'all had the gangster class. That's what y'all had. Woo, that class was gangster.
Yeah, but that's where the orange and blue came from.
Correct. Yeah, we had a crew, and then when we all went we had
separate ways.
Some went to Zags, and then some went to the Gammas, and some to the Dogs.
That crew all split up and went different places.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people don't know that. That's why those three entities have always been close to one another. And then here it is. I want to be really careful because I'm a Zag true to heart. But the people that I hung out with were gammas. So the people. So I hung out with Damien. Damon and these guys.
Right.
Dude, those are my boys that I hung out with. Al Payne, all these guys. Those are my guys. Right. Even though I was a Zag, so it kind of meshed everything together. You know what I'm saying? It kind of.
But I also think it was. Go ahead, dog.
But to your point, I hung out with Brian. With Brian. Yeah. And hung out with Lee.
His father. Lee and I were in DP. His father just passed yesterday. Yeah. Brian Street's father just passed yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that.
We'll link with that. I just wanted to add that in. But you couldn't break that bond coming out of 91. That was a tight bond.
91 was like 88. It was like the
right, like the 88 remake. You're sure right. You're right. You can't break them apart because even right now, Reggie Watson is Raw Dog. He ain't red and blue. He Raw Dog.
Pat and Gary, we got three more on.
Listen, Griff, thanks for hanging out, man. You know next year is gonna be big because everybody we lost 2 alumni weekends, man.
Gotta come back next year, man.
Take care of that wife.
Next year.
Take care of wifey,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Take care of
wifey.
Love
y'all, man.
Peace, man.
Y'all be good.
Yep.
All right.
That's my man right there. That's my man.
Before we do that, just want to bring on this couple right here very quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes,
they're the youngest of the bunch. They're the babies of the bunch.
Right.
Okay, I look up to them, man, because all of y'all I'm not leaving the ministry. I'm just saying I'm in another ministry right now, trying to be like y'all, try to be like Gary, try to be like all y'all dealing with people with mental health.
Right before we close off, we're going right back to administration with Chris Tulloch, with Tamara Young, I believe Tamara Young, and also Louis Jones. So we're going to close
and then Dr. Bird too.
And Dr. If he's on, I don't see him.
No, he
okay. Really quickly, first of all, I met this wonderful couple when I pastored Restoration Praise Center. But you guys met at Oakwood. Didn't you meet at Oakwood like first year, or was it Pine Forge?
It was freshman year, 97. That's when we met.
They're babies, Barry. They're babies.
They're little kids, man. They're little kids.
I'm 42. I'm a baby. Wow. I'll take it. Yeah, but we met freshman year. Mm-hmm. And the funny story about it is when we first met, I was shouted out because I had on a
Allegheny East
shirt. Mm-hmm. Right? And I was walking around Walmart. Did y'all have Walmart there at the time? Did y'all have
yeah. It's a small one, but yes, we had it.
Yes.
You had something like a Walmart. Okay.
we had big B's.
Big B's.
You had a big B. Okay. So I was just walking around and I heard somebody say Allegheny East. And I looked across, the way, and it's this little girl sitting there going, "Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, how you doing? All right, cool."
And then it's Oakwood, and then
the rest is history.
Then the rock quality.
Yeah. It was like, "Where are you from?" She's from Philly. I was from DC, and we just started talking.
And you telling me you guys never met each other before? Because you know this. Allegheny East is in the summer times. It's what's going on the grounds. So you mean you guys never met each other on the grounds yet?
We had never met, but I had seen him. Jamar was in Pine Forge Creative Arts.
Wow.
So that year was one of the Beta Youth Conference years, and Pine Forge Creative Arts performed there. Mm-hmm. So I seen him in the play. So I was like, "Oh, the boys from Allegheny East. Let me say hi."
She thought I was famous.
And y'all started together and graduated together.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And now and working together. Wait a minute. This is you guys' year, 2001.
Right.
Yeah, so we're celebrating 20 years.
Yeah, so we've been meeting on Zoom with our class. Like we've had a worship service first,
right?
And then we have like a parking lot. They call it a parking lot, like after church.
Gotcha.
People talk in the parking lot.
Yeah,
but that's what we do afterwards, like an hour and a half, and just cut up with each other.
Is it the same way Is parking lot the same way where we just like how we were just talking to people from the 80s and 90s? Are y'all doing the same thing? Come on.
Absolutely. We are having such a great time catching up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great. We've had Melvin Warfield preach, Alonzo Green preach.
Wow.
He's tearing up CPC right now.
Yes.
He's killing CPC right now.
And we had the principal of GE Peters speak.
Jaron Jeffrey.
Jaron Jeffrey speak.
It's part of the class of 2001.
Yeah.
She can rock it, yo. She's crazy.
Man, we got some speakers.
Wow, that's crazy.
I just want to give a shout out to Potomac Conference, first Black president, Pastor Tapp from Oakwood College.
Yes.
And people don't know that the Hispanic secretary of the conference is
from Oakwood. He graduated Oakwood too.
Wow.
Secretary. It's true. He graduated from Oakwood. But
it's not
director. Oakwood. But it's not about you right now. Let's go ahead and talk.
Let's coloring it up. Coloring it up. I ain't talking about me, baby.
It's not about Potomac right now. Let's stay black for a second. That's right. It's Oakwood, baby. It's Oakwood. So let me ask y'all this. Have y'all, how some people get a bench for their class? What's your class getting for Oakwood? What are y'all building up for Oakwood?
Working on the donation, right? So our class has come together. We're trying to, meet $25,000 toward the honors program.
Okay.
And I think we're just about at the goal. Every weekend we meet on Friday nights. We talk about where we're at, and our class has just been donating like crazy. I think Pastor
Julian
Graham,
Julian.
I can't say Pastor Graham.
Julian.
Pastor Paul Graham mentioned before, our president, Dr. Julian Johnson. He is managing everything, telling us the updates, telling us how to give, how much we are at, what the goal is, all that stuff. And it's been working out really well for the class.
Now I know we
purchased a bench or something like that. I don't know yet.
Don't worry about the bench, all right? Because ain't nobody sitting on there right now. So you guys, I know Gary has a business. I know you both are into, you guys as a couple are into mental health. What's your next step? I know that Doc, I think we should be calling you Doctor right now, or one of those. You said call her Doctor, right? Hey, Pee Wee, you call it
into existence.
Yeah, but Doc, when she becomes a doctor, you're gonna call her Doctor all the time, Pee Wee?
Oh yeah.
I mean, all the time. I mean, all the time. I mean, all the time.
All the time. All the time. In the light, in the darkness. All the time. Ooh, doctor. What's going on, doctor?
Yo, tell Julian to come on. Julian. Call Julian. Tell him come on. So real quick, the best experience you guys had, Oakwood. Come on.
Oh wow! I'll let you go first.
I think one of the best experiences, we were there the year Madison Mission did the mass choir and the recording.
Oh,
that was awesome to be a part of that.
Yes. Dwan Starling killing that beginning.
And it was just an awesome experience just to sit in that audience, to be a part of such an iconic recording, a recording that you can play today.
That's right.
That's true. And it still hits.
That's right. And Wayne Buckner is stupid. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just something's wrong with him.
Amazing.
He's just amazing, and all the other writers, because he wasn't the only writer that was on there. But that's an album that could be reproduced and sold again. That's an album right there. Yes. Come on, Pee Wee. What's yours besides meeting her?
Right. So freshman year, we had this tradition. Y'all talked about it earlier with AY. Me and my two other friends and Dee Dee, we would go to AYS and sit in the front every Friday night. That was our tradition.
Wow.
And AYS was live back then, man. We had who was the guy? Green. What was his name?
Michael Green.
Michael Green.
Yes.
He used to lead AYS out, and we always sang "Sit at the Welcome Table," and that was like my favorite song to sing because he would break it up in parts. It'd last like a half hour. And I mean, we had the best time at AYS, and it was just like you said. You couldn't leave AYS and go do your dirty stuff.
That's right.
and we were blessed because we were there at a time where Eric Thomas was there. Eric Thomas used to do our AYs before he became Eric Thomas.
Yes. So, in the Bell Tower Ministry.
Wow.
So he'd be at the Bell Tower.
Yeah. That was started by Trey Hayden.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Irvin
Hayden, myself.
Irving Daphnis,
myself, Irving Daphnis,
and Alaska.
Yes.
Nah, and Alaska. What's his name? Mason West, I think.
That's my cousin. Yeah.
Mason West, your cousin?
Cousin?
Yes.
Man, I'm glad we ain't saying nothing bad about him.
You ain't
got to worry about me. That brother's a black belt. You ain't got to worry about me.
That's right.
that brother was a black belt since he was 5.
That's right.
Right.
You're right about that.
You know, we used to hear Eric Thomas' voice like projecting across campus. Y'all need to make sure you coming to church.
That's him.
What is that?
That's him. That's him. That's
Yeah.
him.
Eric
That's
Thomas,
him.
man.
That's him. So are you guys opening up something? Are you what's your plans as far as that's concerned?
So right now we are still doing our private practice, which is something we kind of did this kind of crazy thing a few years ago. We both went to grad school at the same time, and it was nuts.
Yeah, right.
So we got out of grad school, finished, got our hours. We decided to work for an agency. We worked for the same agency for a while.
Good.
And then we were like, let's just start our own, do our own thing.
Right.
And that's where All Things New Clinical came in.
We quit our jobs at the same time. And we stepped out on faith and we started our own business. So now we have a mental health practice. We see people for depression, anxiety, relationship issues, and whatever else.
And here in Maryland,
pandemic issues.
That's right.
Gary, there's hope for you, Gary.
He's a counselor too. They both do the same thing, right?
Yeah,
they both do the same thing.
Gary is like our business buddy. We talk about everything, past clients between one another. You know, if I got somebody for him, he got somebody for me. You know, it's just been a great working relationship with all the Grahams. Y'all are so inclusive. If you know one Graham, you're gonna know all of them.
Paul,
you know
we're not going to put Paul in this. It's just me and Gary. Okay,
I can't do that. I can't do that. Paul Graham baptized both of us.
Wow!
And he blessed Austin.
Yes,
he blessed my oldest son, Austin. Mm-hmm. And here's another one. He married us.
He married y'all?
Yes.
He did.
Play the music now, Pat. Play the music now.
Play that music. Play that music.
Gary, now ask the question.
I'll ask the question. They know where their money comes from. When thou lookest to the hills, you know where your retirement is coming on.
From where
snacks, man. We got snacks.
Oh, they got the snacks. Hold on.
Yes, look, these are pretzels, chocolate covered pretzels. These are this is Oreo.
You scared me, Pee Wee.
Oreo covered pretzel.
I thought it looked
scared me. But go ahead. No. Go ahead. I'll be coming in. I'll be coming in for counseling.
See that? Do we know what this is, boys and girls? Here we go.
Man, my man, I thought y'all were growing something back at the house, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, no, we got this right here. The honest tea.
Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there.
Yes, sir.
That's good stuff right there. That's all y'all got.
Big shout out to All Things Clinical. It is true. There's a bunch of us who are really grinding the mental health field. It's hard, but it's worth it. I think we could say that. You guys, having your own business, like right now, we don't work for anybody, so we could take this time and talk this time out and wind down our Sabbaths because we control. In fact, but you guys are a blessing. So and you don't have to have a diagnosis to see a counselor.
No,
you don't have to. So if you have a kid that's kind of not there or wants some mentoring, there are codes for that. And what you should really do is reach out. You have a black male there, you have a black male here. You got Defoe down the block. You got Tiffany Llewellyn. You got people in Atlanta, all over. So there's no excuse. So
that's right.
And what we want people to know, we want to kind of normalize it, and we want our people to know that there are a network of professionals here in-house.
That's right.
Who love the Lord, who know the Lord, and who care about mental health, who've been trained and prepared to help. And we want to help. We want to help our people.
And ask Dee Dee to look in the camera when she's talking. Tell her
look at it. She's Paul. Don't worry about her, okay?
Don't look to the side. Look when she's screaming.
That's a married woman, Paul.
That's a married
woman.
Yeah.
You on the side like this. He's right here.
For those who know mental health codes, Paul is F33. Look at
that. Listen, Pee Wee family, man. And another thing I learned as the youth director of Allegheny East Conference, that you were task force.
Yeah, act team, baby.
They're act team, man.
Act team. Three summers in a row for me, man. And that was some of the best time of my life. We did that together too.
Also, we were on the act team.
We were on the act team together.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Camp Danny Davis, 3 years.
3
counselors.
years.
That's why y'all can't split. Y'all can't split up.
Well, they can't, man. I mean, they lived together for 8 weeks, Paul.
I understand. That's what started the trouble.
They lived together for
Pat,
8.
Listen, Pat. I want everyone to start doing their math. This was 17 years ago, but their daughter's 18. You know what I'm saying?
Is that right? 17. Yeah. Our daughter's 17.
Whoa. He's like, oh, they 17. Don't even play me.
No, because here's the funny thing, though. We got married back in 2002, and Dee Dee got pregnant like 5 months later.
Everybody was like,
yeah.
We had that too. People counted.
Hey,
it was like, stop counting, y'all. Stop counting. We were married first.
We got married at the courthouse. And then there was a gap, and then we had a church wedding. So,
hey, listen. I ain't got nothing to say right now. I know Negroes are out there counting my days also. But let me tell you something. Those who want to count, y'all got glass.
Karen Ben is on. Please,
y'all got glass houses. So don't let that come back at you. I just
don't
let that come back at you.
Hold on. Not worried about it. See, here's the thing. Can I be transparent?
Yeah.
It's not nothing embarrassing. See, we said Paul Graham married us. But we were also married in 2002 first. We were married for 10 years straight. And then we divorced. In 2013, we divorced. We got remarried in 2014. Paul Graham remarried us. And he didn't just remarry us. He saw us coming back to church. And this is after us doing counseling together.
Wow.
Getting our lives back together. And we started coming back to church. He walked up to us one day in his robe like, yo, when y'all do this thing, I want to be the one to do it. He just like walked away. It was like, what?
I hope y'all ain't paying him.
Yeah, I hope you didn't pay him.
I hope you didn't pay him.
Yo, we tried to pay him. He said, give the money to the church for the new.
That's Paul for you. That's the honest Paul. That's Paul. That's who Paul is.
That's why he broke.
But anyway, that's the kind of stuff you've been doing within our ministry. When we counsel our couples, we're straight up with them. Like, yo, look, we know how hard this marriage thing be.
That's right.
We've been down all the roads. Okay.
That's right.
Married, divorced, remarried. It's
and let me tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm that guy that don't mind talking about things like this because we hide too much. We put things in the back burner when there's somebody else that could learn from just what you just said. Somebody could learn from that type of thing. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I was teaching people how to do the stock market, penny stocks and all that. And people were like, yo, Pat, how come you're not charging for that? Why? You're my people. Everybody else is making money right off of it. The same thing I look at with mental health. We all struggle. I don't know if I would be here right now if I could turn around and say, there was one time I had 2 therapists at the same time. 2, one paying for insurance and one paying out of my pocket just to make sure the head would stay straight. With you telling us right now that you are married and divorced and then married back again, that is hope for somebody. That is somebody who feel like they can't do it anymore. Whatever. Listen, Ellen G. White and her husband split up.
Right.
Yes.
Fact. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Because he was working too hard and didn't have time for her.
They split up. They split up for a while. I mean, they separated. They didn't get divorced, but they separated for a while. Yeah. She went out to do whatever she had to do. He came, and they even have letters of him writing her, and she won't write him back.
Wow.
I mean, so listen. We people of God are real people, and I want to thank you guys for being real. I want to thank you guys for being straight up, because this is the thing that we need in our lives, not just Oakwood, but Black lives really matter.
Before you guys run, I see Tamara Young on, so I'm gonna just do this. Don't leave yet. This Tamara, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you? Happy to be here.
Hey, listen, I'm blushing a little bit because I was telling my brother about you when I met you in South Africa.
Oh yeah.
And I you know, I'm a married man, but I know that you are a very beautiful woman. Okay, so here it goes, right? So there's Pee Wee and Dee Dee. I'm sorry.
Hold on one second. Pee Wee, counsel him. Counsel him.
Wait, please.
Later.
Please.
Yeah, counsel him.
Jamar and Damaris, we are trying to get our daughters.
Yes.
We're trying to get our daughters to Oakwood. Right?
Okay.
Both of us were going through the same thing. One, there's a school here that that their daughter wants to go to, and then Oakwood. And I have one that my daughter wants to go to in Delaware State or Oakwood. Yo, listen, what can you say to us right now that we can bring back and bring them over to the promised land? What can you say to us?
Well, one, the kids today, they want to.
I'm sorry, Zenobia, come here. I'm sorry.
Zenobia, come on over here.
Hurry up.
Well, I think it's really important.
Okay, come here.
They calling their kids Gary.
Okay, stay right there.
Look at her. Bring her closer, Paul.
Sit in this chair.
Okay, while they're coming together, let me just
wait, hold on. Okay.
While they're coming together, Paul, let me just say Tamara is one of the great people during registration. So when you come to registration and you have some issues and she gets on the phone or gets into the Zoom room, she's the nice voice and people be screaming and what have you. And she said, how can I help you? Yes, we'll put you in this area. But here's the thing. They have answers because I register every semester and people make it worse than it is. But a lot of times when people didn't get registered, it's our fault. And I'm just telling you the truth. So we have to make sure we check the boxes. And that's why we have Tamara on and everybody on to make sure we follow certain things so we could check off the boxes and get that money to come to the school. So now that everybody's there, I'll hand it back over. Zoe.
I'm sorry. Where's your guy's daughter? Where's she?
Okay, so Troy's on her way back from the orthodontist. She was getting some.
Okay, just check.
Her bracelet. She's not back yet.
I'm gonna go downstairs for a second. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
That means he'll be back in 10.
And actually, right. I have the whole team is here. Dr. Cameron Marshall, Chris.
That's right. Hold on. Let me bring them up.
Louis Jones is here.
Hold on. Okay, so we got the crew.
Yes.
We got the whole
team.
Okay, so let me get the. Go ahead, hon.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Zenobia. All the people here. I got the Vice President for Enrollment Services and Retention here, Dr. Cameron Marshall. I have the Director of Enrollment, Louis Jones, the Assistant Director of Recruitment, Chris Tullock, and myself, who's the Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Services.
The whole crew's here.
All right now.
Oh, wow, the crew.
A top-tier team here to talk to you about Oakwood University. And I'm sure your parents have told you everything, all about their experience, their testimonies. You probably had some friends. But one of the things that I say, especially to young ladies, not just Oakwood University, but the HBCU experience. This is a place where you can truly come, develop yourself as a young woman, feel like a Black queen, and connect yourself with a community that affirms you.
Wow.
And I say that because that was my experience and my sisters as well. So my dad sent 4 girls here to Oakwood University, and also my daughter goes here. And one of the things I always tell people, even when I'm interviewing for a job, I will not work anywhere if it's a place where I would not put my own child. So I've invested my money. My father invested his money, and those around in this room have also. But if you're looking for a place that will, if you think about like an incubator, you come and you put yourself, all your dreams, your goals, the type of circle you want around you, just make a whole list of everything that you want, put it in this incubator, and then at Oakwood, you just watch it grow, watch it blossom. Yep. You truly can walk away and be the woman that you were called to be.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Sister Ben, you have anything to say, Sister Ben?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. There is only one place, and that's where. Oh, it's the only place. And I know, I've known your baby since she was a baby. I see Wendy put a note up. She will make her own. She will make her own decision. But where's the money? Where's the money going? Where's the money going?
Where the money resides?
Where the money resides.
No, but in all seriousness, honestly, Oakwood is the best place. And both of my kids, my daughter graduated from Oakwood 2 years ago, and my son is at Oakwood. It is a place. We look at our environment right now. You know, we talk about Black Lives Matter. We talk about justice. We talk about an environment where your kids can go to school and feel valued and not have to worry about who's teaching them or have to worry about what's going on around them. They don't have to make those. They have to make those comments about, I know I can do this, because they can, and they will get that support from those teachers. And so I think that nurturing environment where you have a Christian environment around you, Pastor.
Yeah.
You know, that's critical. That's critical. So, you talk about that HBCU experience. It's not just the HBCU experience, it's the HBCU SDA experience. And that's what I think is so critical.
Wow. Yeah. She put that on there.
I just want you to Hammond. I just want y'all to know that I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. This ain't just walking.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. You know I love you, Wendy.
Why y'all doing this? Why you doing this to my baby? I have empowered this child to make her own decision, and she will ultimately do just that.
It is true. It is true. It is true.
Okay?
She will ultimately make her own decision.
She will.
No. She knows that. I'm just doing that. I'm just saying that because it's our Oakwood Day, and I'm pushing as much as we can for our Oakwood, to give back in the whole nine.
She's going to Oakwood.
She knows for a fact that I've told her from day one that she's choosing for how many schools, baby? How many schools you are accepted to?
Like 12, 11.
Like 12. Spelman has called her. All of these schools have called her, and she's narrowed it down to 2. And she already knows that wherever she goes, it is fine with me. It is fine wherever she goes for the least these 2. What she wants to make sure that she goes to a historically Black school. So Delaware State is that also, and she's doing vet. The one thing that we do like is the vets. The veterinarian thing started at Oakwood 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So I do want her to make her own decision, but it's always good to push in the direction that we're thinking of. Bye-bye.
Promise her a car. That's what I did, and I couldn't win, man. I couldn't win.
No, you I don't know what happened with you.
I couldn't win at all.
I don't know what happened there.
I told my children I would give them a brand new car if they go to Oakwood. I'll work it out for them in some way or another. But
but that's okay. You've sent so many others. You've helped.
I sure have. You're sure right about that. You're right about that. I sure sent a whole lot of other people down there to go to school. But Oakwood is the spot.
One of the questions I want to ask Dr. Lewis. First of all, congratulations for joining our esteemed school. I heard the other day was your first day. And Chris, thank you for coming on. Karen, I got love for you. And Tanya, thank you for your professionalism.
I'd like to be introduced because I only know a few people.
All right. So
I don't know.
Go ahead. When I asked the question, they could say this. So Dr. Lewis and Chris. So when we were coming up, Northeastern Conference, see, this is why.
Go ahead, Gary. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary. Gary.
See, they're not laughing because so Dr. Lewis and Chris, Brother Tyler, Northeastern Conference in the Northeastern area used to be a big hotbed for Oakwood.
Yeah.
And we know the South is. So we want to know, how can we help? How can we connect you to the churches up here?
Yep.
How can we connect to the guidance counselors in the public schools? In fact, what can the Grahams do and the people in this chat do to get people to know that this is the greatest place on earth. And it is a small factor that a lot of people don't know that our cousins used to do. Cousins used to move to the same city as their kids to give them a little buffer in that area. So can we talk about that and some strategies that we can get some kids to go to Huntsville in the future? Either Chris or Dr. Lewis can start.
Well, I could jump in first. We did an AY program last week in Boston. So we're trying to reach out and do programs to actually have other people shout us out. Sometimes as we go out and we share with these people, they actually bring other people. So we had this AY program on Saturday afternoon. We had another meeting on Tuesday because people realized that this was something that they want to hear, right? But as you guys spread the word, I mean, sitting back and hearing you guys talk about Oakwood and your experience, we're talking 17 years ago, and y'all still talking about it. That's what we want for our kids.
Did he say 7? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did he say 17?
We'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Go ahead. That's Pee Wee. Yeah, that's Pee Wee and them. Pee Wee, that's y'all he's talking about.
Right.
As far as we're concerned,
we're 30.
Around 30 years old.
Go ahead,
but
man.
the
Go
thought that those experiences still so live to y'all.
Yeah.
Right? If I could just bottle that and show these kids, because Oakwood is not just school, they grab a piece of paper. It's a life change. I mean, and I'm trying to tell them that because that's what we want for them. I mean, I've got experiences where I just walk up. I went to St. Martin, and before I preached, somebody preaching right before me from Oakwood, in another country. Come on. So I'm trying to show these kids what we have here is to give you contacts. If they need a job, they could call somebody that went to the same school, right? If I could bottle what y'all said and just like pass it on, it'd be great. But what you guys can do is still continue to share us. Bring us on the show. Tell us where to go, you know, because the pandemic hit. But before this, we had a chance to bounce around and do a lot of things live. But now we can't do it. But it's these programs going to help us. So whatever you guys do could bring us so we can actually show you some of the stuff that we're doing now.
Okay. And we will. We definitely will. We have always talked about that on our show. We always wanted to have something dealing with Oakwood because the truth is that we're born it, we bleed it. It's just where we are. And also what I want to add in here is feeder schools. You know, one of the things I don't feel like we should be giving anyone an opportunity, any of our feeder schools an opportunity to go anywhere else. You know, and I don't care. This is my show. I say whatever I want to say. You're going to catch people like Southern trying to bite it. You're going to try to find all these other schools, Andrews University, all of them trying to bite it and try to come up with something better. I have to say this, even though my kids didn't go there, I fought all that I can do. When I get to the kingdom, y'all will recognize I fought everything that I could for my kids to go to Oakwood. There's something about mothers, but anyway, let's move forward as far as that's concerned. But when I look at Pine Forge, everybody at Pine Forge, there's no other school that they talk about. It's Pine Forge, then it's Oakwood. It's always, it should be Northeastern, then Oakwood. It should always go that way, or at least be the first choice. Because this is the truth, really, and I'm not just talking to you all, I'm talking to everyone that's listening. Even if you go to Oakwood for 1 year, even if you go for 1 year, we still consider you as one of ours. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where it is. You could be on the street. You could be, this is true now. You could be you could be lost somewhere or broke down somewhere and get on Facebook and just put in Facebook, Oakwood alumni, so-and-so, car flat at this intersection. Somebody gonna come get you.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's facts.
It's a fact. It is a fact.
Somebody gonna come get you.
And, you know, Ebony just said in the chat, you know, offer more money. Is there anyone online right now, you know, of us? I'm trying to bring back.
I got him, Paul.
Okay, there he goes. You know, is there anything that we can do to offer more money? Solicit. What is it that we can offer more money for our students? Can anybody give us any thoughts on that?
You there, Lewis? Lewis could probably touch base with that. Lewis?
Okay, we can't
hear him. He's having a hard time speaking.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tamara, cover him. Go ahead.
I think there's a lot of opportunities for that. I mean, we have people set aside to let you know what we need and how to get the funds here. So we could definitely take you to somebody, you know. So I can't answer it right now, but I'll definitely pass that on.
Right. You know? I mean, one of the key things is we need to get the alumni involved. Give back, give. Even if it's just $10 a month. There's the initiative right now. You give $10 a month, tell 10 other people to give. So those are ways that we can, make Oakwood more affordable. So that's one of the number one things. And then the second thing is talk to the young people. They need to study, focus, get those GPAs up, because the academic scholarship is also what's going to make, Oakwood more affordable. So really educating the young people to understand the GPA matters. Right now we're test optional, so we're not requiring the ACT, SAT, but all of those things matter, and they make a difference, not just making Oakwood affordable, but just a college education in general. So the alumni giving back, them getting their GPAs up. And then also, I don't know if you've heard, but we have a CARE program initiative, which is basically a work scholarship program. So students that qualify for the FAFSA and come and stay on campus, they can qualify for a matching. So if they make $1,500 a semester on their campus job, we'll match $1,500. That's $3,000 right there per semester to help bring down the bill. So we're doing some creative things to support students in making it through, because I know that, every registration, I call my dad afterwards and I thank him, because I know how difficult it is to put children through college. I see my daughter, but when you see just the mass come in and just, there are financial challenges, but it never fails. I call and I thank him because I recognize the sacrifice that he made. And, but those are the key things. And I don't know if Dr. Kimber Marshall wants to add, but, we really need alumni to give back. And we need young people to hang in there. I know COVID is tough.
Yep.
Even my son is, you're just struggling to focus. They're tired of Zoom, but keep pushing, strive to do your very best no matter what.
Awesome.
I recognize that Dr. Gamble is on, but I just want to share that the young lady with the Bahamas shirt on, Dr. Ben, you have a wonderful way of altar calling. You have a wonderful way of altar calling. I already know I'm in trouble. I got to probably take my daughter out to Chick-fil-A or something like that. But I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about the sister, Troy. That's the sister Troy sitting over there. So if we can bring Troy over to the other side of the Jordan Banks, if we could just give her some words of wisdom that will put her in the direction of the South. That young lady right there. Troy, say hello, if you will.
Hello.
Hi, Troy. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. How are you?
Good. That's a beautiful smile. How old are you?
I'm 17.
17. Where are you in school?
Where am I?
In school.
I'm a senior. Sorry.
I'm sorry. It was not a trick question. Do not listen to Pastor Graham at all. He just pretend he's not even in this conversation. Where are you in school?
I'm a senior in high school.
Where?
Fairmont Heights High School.
Okay. What you plan on coming to college?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are you going to major in?
Early childhood education.
Oh, I love it. We need teachers. We really do. Where do you plan on going to school?
Oakwood University.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Boy.
Is there one?
I love it.
I'm sorry, y'all. You just went through the altar call. We got one baptism. That's all. That's
so wonderful. That's so wonderful. We're so excited. So excited.
Now I do understand that the deadline.
Karen, your pitch is impeccable. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Absolutely.
Right I think I'm gonna go for undergrad right now. That's all I gotta say.
Gary, where's your wife, Gary? Where is she? Is she in the room?
My wife Nilsa is watching now from work.
Oh, she's watching from work. Good.
Hey, listen. I'm accountable. Listen. Karen Ben's mom was my Spanish teacher. Yeah. And I used to come there later. Mr. Graham, she had this thick accent. Mr. Graham, you need to come back in later. So big shout out to the Ben crew.
Yep, definitely. All right. So I know what I heard so far is that we have to build let's be realistic. If we're gonna do this right, we got to get all the alumni activated in all of our cities, especially all of our cities. We have to get them activated in. It's almost like AY. It's almost like federations, like beta federations. We have to have everybody activated in every area. The way we got to Oakwood, to Paul, even though we knew Oakwood was coming anyway, my parents said, even if you didn't have a major, you're going to Oakwood. It was just ridiculous. But how we got there was through Darvell. Mike, and some of you know the older brother, Darvell. The mother from Long Island, Gregory Darvell. Yep. Gregory
Darvell from
Bethesda Church. And what she did was she took all the young people. This wasn't like a Northeastern event or a Greater New York event or anything. She took buses and took the trip to Oakwood. And that's how all of us got there. It wasn't a second guess. It was almost like, oh, I'm not taking you to try to figure out what school you're going to. I'm taking you there to show you what school you're going to. And what it did, she used to take us there in our junior year. It wasn't our senior year that she took us. She took us all in our junior year. By the time we came back our senior year, and this is the truth, Paul and I was already doing song service while we were students. We weren't students yet.
No, we weren't students yet.
We weren't students yet. So I'm saying it was something that was engraft, that you kind of knew that this is what was going to happen. So I think our regional churches, our regional presidents need to get back together, and we need to tie this thing off in order to keep Oakwood where it is. And then on the tithe envelopes, I think y'all lost me now. Yeah, on the tithe envelopes, there need to be a line item.
I remember there used to be a line.
It used to be.
Did the Oakwood College on there. I remember
all the university, all of the conferences used to have it.
And the bulletin board always had a section with Oakwood University. Yeah, yep. I always remember that growing up. That's
in
true.
our church. Yeah, so we just need to bring all of that back. And I think if we do that, then we'll have a great beginning. I'm not telling you how to do your jobs. Everybody is rough enough over here.
What they're telling us is how we need to do our jobs.
That's what they're telling us.
That's how we need to do our jobs. Hey, I want to just
think about it. If you think about it, what you're saying is not just financial, right? We're not looking for money all the time. We're looking for support. We had a meeting last week with Miami Union Adventist College, right? Adventist School. The academy, perfect. During the day, we spoke to the kids. But at night, we had a meeting with the parents. And as we're talking about it, we had aunts and uncles saying, I want this child to go to Oakwood.
Wow.
So the support is what we're looking for. Yes, the child's going to wave his head. They want to go to college, and there's a list of things that they want. But there's another group of people, the parents, the aunts, the uncles that want to say, I want to support that person. And to me, I mean, it was a shock to me that many people came around to support one person, because when they get here to Oakwood, we do that.
Right.
But it would be nice for you guys to somehow get that, figure out how we could help you reach out to them. So by the time they get here, it'll be one care to another care package.
I just want to say this, Brother Teller, is that a fireplace behind you?
Yeah.
Is it, and it's going?
It's 30 degrees down here. I moved down from New York. I'm from Northeastern. I got up this morning. It was 30 degrees. I rode my motorcycle into work. It was cold.
What kind of hiring people that takes motorcycles to work down there now?
Yeah, I'm riding my bike in the day.
On the real, we have scholarships. The Grahams. We have 4 scholarships down there. So what people need to know in the chat, you can put together a scholarship and support other kids. And then I know Pat and I know Paul through their positions, even Mommy. There's people that has come to us, and the culture used to be like, Brother Gamble's daughter or son is $500 short.
Yep.
And they'll say, go to Tamara Young and see if the Grahams still have a scholarship under there. And that culture is kind of lost in a way.
Right.
So I'm going to say this, and I'm not calling people out. What made me go to Oakwood? I'm not going to call any. There's particular people that convinced me to go to Oakwood to join my brothers, and I went. What bothers me now,
and he still graduated before me, and I was there before.
but it took me a minute now, so but here's the thing that get me: the same people that convinced me to go to Oakwood their kids don't go to Oakwood. So one of the reasons Pat, Paul, and I wanted to do this program, we want to capture, and now all our kids are going to get master's degrees. So there's no reason for us not to go to Oakwood to get our undergrad degrees, because we all need to get our master's degrees anyway. So that's my pitch. We're doing that, and we're here to support. If you call us on the low, we're here to help you. Even if it's it got to be under $1,000, because we're not tossing up money like Chris Rock, but we will help.
Dr. Gamble,
those are the kind of things that will help during registration, because we have students that come in and just barely short. Right. We tell them to call people. So if you knew I got 5 students and $1,000 a piece will get them in, right? Those are the kind of things. Be around those times, right? Because these kids try really hard.
Sure.
And some of them come so close. And I think Oakwood University is committed to finding opportunities for them. Yeah. And with support like you guys, we're going to get them through. Remember, this is not just a school. We're trying to get these kids to heaven. We're planting.
I was just about to say that. That's our goal. Let's not fool ourselves. Most of us, now I'm not gonna say most of us, we have those of us who have backslidden while at Oakwood.
Yep.
But
my man, speak for yourself.
Listen, I'll tell some stories about you. Okay, so let's just go. Let me just finish up what I gotta say. No, but the thing is that it's the fences that Oakwood puts up around us that keeps us safe in the backslidden moments. And nobody ever talks about those type of things. But when you get out and you decide you want to leave the church, there's something that's still embedded in you that you picked up at Oakwood that keeps that fire going. It's always like that. Paul, don't tell me you have never preached at a church before that somebody walked in that used to go to Oakwood back in the day that just walked in because they want to see what this fool is about to say, and then end up joining the church or end up saying, yo, I got to get back to this thing again. Or I remember those old songs that we used to do before. Right. Oakwood is not just the learning side of it. It leaves a piece of heaven on you. And even those who had bad experiences at Oakwood, come on, let's be realistic. We didn't look at them as bad experience. We looked at it as bad experiences while we were there. And then when you go back out into the real world, you kind of say to yourself, man, I wish I could go back and redo that. Or I wish I could turn that over again. And let's just say this next thing. We say, oh, you're going to meet your wife there, or you're going to meet your so-and-so there, or whatever. The truth is that Oakwood University, Oakwood College, Oakwood University is the biggest fraternity ever. Forget the little ones that we are in. And you know what I mean by that. I'm not putting down my, and I know that it's against the rules to be, what I'm saying is that you could be in the airport and all you got to do is put on Facebook, I'm stranded. I'm OC or I'm OU 91, 92, 93. Somebody's going to pick you up.
It's a fact. Yeah. It's definitely a fact. Dr. Gamble, I want to ask you this question because, I'm not going to say that I pledged you. What I want to ask you is that, GP. I just saw that Troy left, from sitting between she was sitting between her dad and her mom. Mm-hmm. What kind of advice would you give based on what you do right now at the university? What kind of advice would you give parents and her, even as for what you do there? Because when I got to the campus last summer, it was like I think everyone swarmed my daughter like bees. And she actually said, almost thou persuadest me. Almost thou persuadest me. You know what I'm saying? What would your role be, or what kind of advice can you give, or what do you do?
Well, first of all, I'm just glad to be amongst the brethren. I remember several years ago, I had a chance to meet y'all over in Edwards Hall, and someone convinced me that I needed to do this or that, and get involved in Revelation 14. And,
that's right.
And do all that great singing and traveling and all types of good things. But I think for the young people who come to Oakwood, like similar circumstances I came to, I was dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy heart stuff, right? My mom, and so one of the students reminded me of this. One of my young, to be honest with you, one of my young Zag brothers reminded me of this. His mom was passing away of cancer. My mom had just gotten over cancer when I got to Oakwood, when I got off that plane. So I came with a definite intent, right? So I think parents have a plan for how you're going to finish. Begin with the end in mind. What is that finishing going to look like? I would even say get ready to start planning that graduation party, to those study nights, those study sessions, because the kids who do well their first year, and at the Center for Student Success, that's what I work with. For those taking it back, it's the DLRC. So at the Center for Student Success, and back in the day, I had to go there to make sure I could pass stats class, math class. I had some serious professors.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Doctor. That DLRC was very good to me. I did my high school year again there.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, that's where I did my pre-freshman year, and it was very good to me. It's not only for tutoring, but it's for those of us who came in with a GPA that needed a little strength behind it.
Yes.
God bless.
I would
still call it DLRC.
Dr. Gamble, I would say when Pat and I came out the womb together, that I took the brains and he took the brawn. Okay.
Let's make some money.
I had to bake a little bit. Go ahead, man.
Moving forward, we're actually making sure that students don't have to repeat their high school year in a way. They don't have to do remedial courses anymore. We're moving towards a point where they can take those classes, but with a lot of support. So this generation, they're in the information age. So they know that, hey, man, I should be getting college credit, right? I worked hard through high school, even though it was tough, where I didn't do as well as I thought I should. And that's what HBCU is about, providing opportunity. Right. So we want to provide that opportunity for those young people with support. So we have instructors as well as tutors and other things assigned to even a class like English. If you're struggling with writing, or if you didn't quite get the best teachers before, we're going to make sure you got that. If it comes to math, our whole math department, and Dr. Pollard was on earlier talking about our math department is one of the top math departments in the country.
Yes.
Right. But we also do an excellent job of, we outpace, and I know UAH is just an earshot from me, but we're outpacing UAH when it comes to supporting Black students in the engineering program. We know how to do this thing, right? And so they're coming to us, and we're going to make sure not only the good students, we're going to make them great. Our great students, they're going to excel, and they're going to be known worldwide, right? This is the kind of thing that we do at Oakwood. So getting your student ready, you got to get them ready for greatness. You got to get them ready for success. So sometimes the challenges, I think, for some of them who've been used to mediocrity is, oh my goodness, these professors are serious about it. They see the potential in me, and they have to be ready for that internally.
And it's not just theology. And I'm not trying to be. It's not just theology. It's not just teachers. And you're not going there to marry a lady that can play the piano. You know, it's bigger than that. Oakwood is huge. I mean, when we were there, Ohio State we were filtering medical students into Ohio State.
And still doing it. Yep, still doing it.
Those are the type of stories that we need to hear, instead of hearing the ones that's making front news. You know, we need to hear bigger stuff than that. So I think what the key to what we need. I'm sorry, B. Go ahead and finish up, Doc. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish up.
No, you going right into it. I think the other thing is that they need to be ready to think about what their story is going to be. One of the things I tell, we had a men's leadership program, and I always talk with them before they go home for the winter break. And now we're doing it right at Thanksgiving, like we used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to have your Thanksgiving story together. What was your time like at Oakwood, your first few months? What were you engaged in? What were you really doing? If you ain't about nothing, you're going to have a hard time when you go home when your uncle tries to punk you. Or your grandma's asking, you know, what'd you do with her money? You need to be coming through with some heart, but some clarity, but also using your brains to make sure that you're spending that time studying. So helping your young person, I'm gonna bottle it up here real quick.
Sure.
Time management, right? Helping young person understand time management on their own. So your mama, and I see parents on the line here, you don't have to say to the child 3 or 4 times to do something they should do the first time. But that comes with time management and understanding that. The second part is talk to your instructors. It's all right.
Yeah.
And what I love about Oakwood, I've worked at several other institutions, predominantly white institutions or historically white institutions, a lot of places. But they were trying to do and make programs what Oakwood instructors do naturally.
Right.
And they go above and beyond to help students. I get students all the time. Hey, Dr. Gamble, I just couldn't quite work it out. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna work it out for you. Now,
Dr. Gamble, let me share this with you. A lot of people don't get this.
Yeah.
And I remember when I missed 2 classes for Dr. Melanson. Dr. Melanson, who just passed like maybe 2 months ago. That brother found my room. Must have went to D Nixon and found
Same
where
story.
my room was.
Magna James
for you, and knocked on my door and was like, and I'm gonna say it this way, fool. There was no,
but they could talk to us. They could talk to us that way back then.
Going to be feeling disrespected or not. He was like, fool, get to my class. You understand where I'm coming from? And that was it. You understand where I'm coming from? And I think that we miss a lot of that elsewhere. But to get that zero in, to zero in. I remember a guy named Germany. He used to take care of the physical plant.
Yep.
And he was like, listen, I need you to work extra hours. And I was trying to take my money out so I can use it. And this brother was like, no, you're not taking money out. You're going to put that to your tuition. When you leave here, then you can play with money if you want to, but now is not the time to play with your money. And I just remember things like this, and that was family right there. That was family right there. I ain't trying to be funny, Gary and Pat. I got to preach soon for 7 last words. So y'all need to work this out.
Well, if you don't,
time management. Time management.
He just talked about time management. You're the one that keeps talking and going.
You can go.
Hey, this guy, come on, man. Gary, he's got the nerve to tell us about time management. Good grief.
I just want to give you one last piece here, and Gary will appreciate this. I think a lot of students go through definitely mental health issues, and I think this last generation being home, dealing with COVID, dealing with all types of issues, I think it's important for families to consider how they're going to address their child's mental wellness as they move through school, and what's the plan for that, right? Usually it's going to take a dip because sometimes things are a lot harder than they had anticipated.
Right.
What's the goals? What are those other pieces? And if they have had support, like disability support or other things in school, make sure that they have access to that. So yeah,
and Oakwood has that, and I think that's one of the things
we have. We've increased the amount of support that we have because we know that the need is there. We know that the public school system doesn't always do the best with Black students,
right?
And some other school systems, and I don't want to talk about our own, but sometimes we have to, because I was a product of SDA institutions. They don't always do the best with Black students, and we need that extra push. And Oakwood doesn't lower its standard. We keep the standard high, and we help get you there. We provide that great opportunity.
Here is what my biggest takeaway with this is, and I want to thank, and I do, especially with Dr. Ben, not for the past year or so, but you could have always come to me for money because I always had people out there that was giving. It's not I had the money, but I was able to gather money together to give to people.
Mommy was big. Mommy is big
on that too. She's big on that.
So let's 3 of us make a commitment.
No, Gary. No, Gary. Don't make no commitment because
no. You know, hear me out. Just hear me out.
Yo, listen, Gary.
Can I say this?
I don't make what you make, Gary. Okay,
that's right.
Can I say this? When I'm not overcommitting.
Here, Patrick, we want to make a commitment to.
No, you talking and you're not listening.
Go ahead. I'm just saying that I don't make your tax bracket.
It's like being in Edwards Hall again.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is that we have scholarship money, right? And Chris and Brian and Tamara, I've worked with them, and Pat, I know you work with Karen. And next semester, fall semester, anybody fall short, look towards that those scholarships.
See what I said, Paul?
No, the scholarship is there.
It's okay. You take your money and you give it to mom and dad's thing, and then you tell them what to do with that. I don't make your money. I'm not in your tax bracket.
Who runs the scholarship in this family?
But I'm not in your tax bracket.
But I'm just saying, who runs
Karen,
it?
Karen, you know how to come to me for whatever it is that you
My
need.
office hours. My office hours.
Gary's the one that makes all that.
Clinicians help them out.
Office hours.
Hey, listen to me.
They need a family session.
Oh.
They're gonna need a family session after this.
I want to throw something out there real quick before we leave.
Okay, mental health
money.
This may be helpful. You know, one of the things that we're doing is we're looking for influencers out there that love Oakwood University and people that can connect with their community. We're doing sessions just for those groups to talk about Oakwood University, answer their questions about, you know, why college is important, HBCUs, affordability here at Oakwood. And, you know, these are also people who want to give. So you guys don't have to be the ones to come up with all the money. But if we had, you know, if I had like a group chat, hey, I need $2,000 for 3 kids. And then, you know, these people who have this money can say, hey, you know, and I think that's what it's all about, is bringing people together. There are a lot of influencers out there that love Oakwood. Even if you only know 5 kids, 10 kids, we've had calls with 50 students on, you know, reach out to us. We'll do something special and unique for you. To connect with your students, and then, you know, bring all of the people that have these little scholarships together, so that we can make it happen for our young people. And, you know, also just want to say, I've seen God multiply money so many times. I've passed by the cashier and a kid will be crying over $200, and someone passes by and just pulls out their wallet and pays right then and there. And I think all of us on this call have been there, done that. But I'm just saying there are thousands of people like us that are willing to give the couple $100 required to help a student join. So if you are an influencer in your community and you want to support our recruitment efforts and help bring students into Oakwood University, please email me, ttyoung@oakwood.edu.
Somebody put it in, please. Somebody who do it in the chat. Keep going.
ttyoung@oakwood.edu. Also, there may be some people here that are now interested in applying to Oakwood. The link for that is apply.oakwood.edu. So really excited, you know, young people, this is the place to be. I mean, I can't think of another school. Of course, you know, you do what God decides for you and what you know, what he has for your path. But as far as I'm concerned, Oakwood University is the best school on the planet. And then lastly, I just want to highlight, you know, we've been working hard in enrollment services and retention. I mean, I can go on and on about the work that Dr. Gamble does with his Center for Student Success and how they really support young people. But also on the admissions side, we're working to improve our processes, align with the generation that's coming in. So we have a lot of new features that students have access to. So it's not just applying online, but they can upload their transcripts through their student portal, keep track of where they are in the process. The financial aid office now has a self-service portal. So you can go in, view your award online, see what missing documents you may have, upload them from there, and accept and decline your loan. So we're improving our processes. So those of you who are, you know, from back in the day who registered in the skating rink, we've come a long way.
Wow. Hey, listen, I know that we got to run, and I'm so glad that Dr. Julian is on with us. We will close off with us by ourselves with him. Yeah. But I would love to ask everyone who your favorite Graham, but I know it's me. And I just know that everyone on here loves me more than Gary and Pat.
Karen. Karen loves me. Karen loves me. Dr. Karen loves me.
Listen, I just want to be clear.
I want to hear her say it. I want to hear her say it. I'm running the music here today.
Wow. Karen, I think you gotta choose.
Karen, I'm waiting.
All right. Don't do it, Karen.
Karen, don't
Patrick.
do it.
I love Patrick.
You said it. Okay, somebody got me. Somebody got me. I was like, what? That was good.
Tina Riley.
I just want you on that. Tina Riley says that she loves.
The Rileys are getting their own show.
That's right. Guys, let me end. Guys, hold on one second. Let's end it off this way. We really wanted to do this because it's bottom line. We love Oakwood. I don't care. I don't care about the stories. I don't care about this, that, and the other. Something happens Oakwood's footprint is all over the world. England, Jamaica, anywhere you go. When we were in Europe, I bumped into somebody from Oakwood. This is
how about this? Tamara, right? When we were in South Africa, I went to the mall and I bumped into someone who was not affiliated with Oakwood from Oakwood who was just there. You see where I'm coming from? So it wasn't because we were there for the competition.
Right.
They were just there shopping at the same mall, and we was like, "What are you doing here?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm here for work." You see where I'm coming from?
So I just think so. Here's what I want to do. We already put apply up on here, apply, and we also I know that Gary, we wanted to raise money for the. What just happened here? What happened? And listen, are we messing up your fireplace time, brother? If we're messing up your fireplace time,
my wife went to Oakwood back in the 80s, right? From 81 to 86. So she was trying to figure out, does she know anyone of you guys?
Oh, I missed it. I missed it. I was like, yo, what did I say wrong?
You guys don't understand. I used to drive from Boston. I went to Boston University, but my wife went here in Oakwood. I used to drive 16 hours from Thursday night to Friday to spend one day with her and drive all the way back to Boston.
My man, we got to talk later on. You're going to be on our my man, you're going to be on our other show. You're going to be on our other show coming up. It has nothing to do with Oakwood, but we're going to be on our other show.
Dr. Julian, what did you say?
I said that's commitment to drive 32 hours to spend 8 hours.
Day, spend the Sabbath with her and go back.
Wow. Listen, so that was heaven then, right? Listen, let's let's stay focused. This thing is going to turn. This thing is going to turn. It wouldn't be me on the Sabbath. I understand, Paul. I understand. I want to make sure that we get out to everybody who are juniors and seniors. I need to make sure that they at least, there's a different world we live in. Back in the day, we used to carry packets to give to everybody. Now you can get online. We need to push this thing. So everybody who's online right now, when you get to the apply.oakwood.edu, I want everybody to push that out, give it to a kid, do whatever you need to do to get it to their parents. All we need to do is to expose them. That's the key, to expose them to it, and God will do the rest. Yes, and that's how, and really that's how I believe it's going to be. It's when we first began, guys, and I just want to be honest with you, we were practicing how to use StreamYard. That's how Paul and Gary and I got on. We were just using different things, and then we started to come on every day. I mean, every Friday. One of the things we said is that no matter what we do, Oakwood will always be at the forefront of our conversations. And that's what it has been for 34 weeks. So it's nothing new to us to be like, okay, this is Oakwood. Anybody who comes on as a guest from Oakwood, anything we push is always from Oakwood. Now, we don't want y'all to get our GPAs and to show anybody what our GPAs. That's not the key. The key is that my Oakwood is up here on the wall and it's sitting there, even though I got it 6 years later. God is good and his mercy endures forever. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me.
Working it out.
I drive a yellow Honda. So what I want you to know is that I'm grateful and happy, and the truth is that I just happened to lose a fight. I'm not even going to be. Ask my brothers. I had told my kids, I will give you a brand new car, whether Oakwood gives it to you or let you drive it up there or not. I want him to go there. But there's something about the wives. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, listen, I'll put it in there. Don't get in no trouble, brother.
She's not gonna watch this. She's not gonna watch this. She's not gonna watch this. Help him. She's not gonna watch this. She's not gonna watch this.
I say, you're gonna tell Eve. Come on, Eve. You're gonna tell Eve.
Y'all need to give Stinger Holland.
It can still go.
Stinger Holland needs a full ride. Stinger Holland, your first.
That's what they put in there. Stinger Holland.
Stinger Holland, because Holland sold mommy and daddy the house, so we fam now. So
right. So
Stinger Holland, 100% to Oakwood. That's all I gotta say.
But all Ebony needed to do was marry me as a pastor, and then what will happen with that? Then the kid can go to school 100% tuition free.
I know. I think it's 90. I think it's 90%.
It's an arrangement.
What is it now?
It's 30% from the conference, and then we'll give you 30% minimum.
Yeah.
There we go, right there. Now this has nothing to do with anything bad or anything of that nature. It's just how we rig the system. Marry one of us, and then we'll go ahead and work that out.
What I would like you guys to do, though, if possible, is to pick one day of the month, just one day, and we will do all the work. Just pick one day for like an hour, hour and a half. Just pick any day y'all want. And we will show up there in that Zoom call and we will let them know. And all you have to do is promote that one day, just any day. Any day,
good.
I will be
Sounds
there.
sounds like negotiations to me.
All right, I got y'all, and we will do all the work. All you have to do is pick it, and we'll say you guys represent it, right? And we got it. We'll run it. We'll run the whole show for you guys.
I do need an Oakwood sweater.
I got you.
We got you.
Put that day together.
I hear Karen Ben. I got different departments coming at me now.
All right. Guys, we gotta go. Thanks, but no. Before you go, I'm gonna pray you guys out.
Wait, Pat. Let them all out. We want to finish up with Julian.
I said I'm praying, Paul. If you listen carefully,
I don't hear well. I don't hear well. I got Cheez-Its in my ear.
I understand. We're just gonna shortly. We're gonna Julian stay on. Pee Wee stay on because they have. This is their year as far as 21 is concerned. So we're also pushing one of their stuff. But for those of you who came on, Karen, the crew, one of the things that we want you to know is that we back you 100%. But I heard what you just said. If we can get on, all we need is influencers. And I have to admit, we may not be rich, but we have a little bit of influence. Let's go ahead, guys, and brighten the corner where we are so that it will spread in Zooms all over the different places. When Pee Wee gets on somewhere, Julian gets on, Dr. Julian gets on somewhere, we always bring people. We always got to push our school. Just like Harvard pushed theirs, we push ours. That's basically where we are from there. Let me just pray y'all out real quick. God, we thank you. And we just ask you now that as they're on the forefront, actually, they are the first responders to this ministry. And we're going to ask you, God, that nothing will hold them back. Give them what they need right now to double your kingdom through Oakwood University. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thanks, guys, for coming on.
So much.
Thanks for coming on. See you guys. See you guys. See you guys.
Appreciate it.
See you guys. Pee Wee.
Julian, stay on. Julian and Pee Wee, stay on.
Okay, we're here.
Yeah,
we're here. You can get to my man, Dr. Julian.
Julian,
hey, we know that we gotta really run it and what have you, but it's always great to have you on, Pee Wee and Dee Dee. Listen, you guys are like the greatest. I mean, really. I know we don't get to see each other enough, but because of this pandemic or whatever, but you guys are like the greatest. Julian, let me tell you something, man. I just wanted to share with you your flight in ministry is amazing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm just waiting to hear so much more from you, man. You're still in Florida, am I correct?
Yeah, I'm still in Florida.
Still making that hospital money, right?
I work at the hospital.
Good answer.
So here's what's been happening, and I've been following you guys, and I'm talking about Pee Wee and Julian and Pee Wee's wife, Dr. Pee Wee. So what happened is that I know that this is your year.
Yeah.
And you guys decided that every Friday you were going to do a service until we can't, something's going on until it comes up to this weekend where we are right now. I also understand that you have and I think we were talking about this earlier, a parking lot that you have at the evening part of it. So there's nothing tonight though, right? This is over. It's over last week.
Yeah, we shut it down. We're coming back tomorrow night in the parking lot for our class, just like every other class.
Explain the parking lot to me real quick, because I like that. Explain the parking lot.
So one of the things after the first week, we had 5 speakers every single week. We wanted to energize our class. We wanted to raise funds. And then the third thing we wanted to do is start our own business directory so that people could have a part of other people's business, find some vendors, make some connections. So we realized the first Friday night, we just kind of got on there and just left. And that wasn't really cool. So somebody said, hey, man, why don't you all open a Zoom chat? And we called it the parking lot. And I mean, it's no holds barred in the parking lot. Everybody's going for it. We've had former relationships kind of go toe to toe in the parking lot, but it's been a great time.
Closed, though. That's closed off. That's just like for a few people, right? Because
yeah, it's closed off. But
so you can say what you want to say. So wait a minute. So y'all actually bump into people. This is like, hey, I used to date you, or used to date me. That's in the parking lot.
Well, I would say there are some subconscious things that come out from time to time in the parking lot.
You are a true diplomat, bro.
He sure is, man.
You're a true diplomat, bro.
Gary, that's not what he is. He's a politician. That's how he talks. We can't even tell whether he's Democratic or Republican right now. We can't even tell.
Hey, but the reality is, man, I need some help to finish raising this money. We got $20,000 in about 2 weeks from our class. And I put the link in the chat. So our goal, just like everybody was talking, somebody, Ebony and others have seniors that are graduating this year or next year. And our goal is to start an endowment kind of after the Grams. We start an endowment for seniors who are graduating, trying to financially clear at the end. Many of us know what it's like to sit in that line, waiting to see if we're going to clear. And, some people talk about they don't know about prayer and they don't know about God.
Right.
At Oakwood, you can pray down $1,500. I used to pastor this guy who joined the Air Force because he couldn't find $1,500 to get to college. I was like, you joined the Air Force for $1,500? Think about all the money you would have all the time you would have wasted if you would have been afraid to ask for money. Or if people don't believe in providence, I'm telling you, man, you got to believe in providence at Oakwood, because you can be walking on the right path. You could be going to the right dinner on Sabbath. You'll come out with a job. You might leave with a girlfriend and that may be your wife after Sabbath dinner. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of things that happen at Oakwood, and our class is energized. We had about 200 people engaged for the past 5 weeks.
So how much more do you need? What I just wrote my brothers, I said that we'll give $100 each towards it.
Thank you.
And so what I'll do here, I know you put it in the chat already, but those who are quick on their fingers or whatever, go ahead and put it into critical thinking, Cash App to critical thinking, and I will take that and I'll push it towards what's coming in. So how much more do we need? I know we'll put in 300, so you can minus that from what's needed.
We need $4,500.
$4,500.
They're gonna increase it then. We love y'all, man.
I want to be clear. I want to be clear that I'm only giving 100 in this. All right.
Yep.
All right. Listen, you guys, whatever comes in for
everything
this,
counts.
Everybody put in there, just put 2001 on there or put scholarship on there so that I'll know how to differentiate it. Actually, anything that comes in today, I know that it's going to be coming in for the class of 2001. All right. So Gary, Paul, we got that 100. You got the chat, right? The back chat right there. So we'll put in 300. So we're down to about 4,800. And if there's anybody who can give right now, just go ahead to give a critical thinking, and I'll go ahead to make sure to pass it up. Somebody said 1,000. Prince Mallory said, "Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. We may have to kick them to the curb if they're foolishness." But anybody who's on right now, even if you're listening to this on a recap, if it's not today that you're giving, or which we are live now on Friday, April 2nd. If you're not, still put it in. I will forward that over to the 2001 class. Dr. Julian will stay together on that to make sure that we'll be able to feed that. So anybody is coming in now. So some people are giving now. So I just want you to know that I'll forward that over to you guys. Okay. And so we need, and if it goes over 25,000, to God be the glory. Or whoever that is, to God be the glory, great things he has done. Okay, so that's what we'll do. What we collect now will be going to the class of 2001, raising their funds. Okay.
And the one thing I wanted to emphasize is the fact that it's been a great feeling raising money.
Your father is all that.
It's been a great feeling raising money. And the other side of it is that when we have been doing this, I realize, man, it doesn't matter if you give to our scholarship. We want the money, right? But the reality is everybody needs support. Every scholarship needs support. The Roddy scholarship needs support.
Right.
And I gotta come on the back of something you guys were talking about. I have a real passion for Black Adventist education. The TAs now that wasn't Black, but Black now, the Northeasterns, the GAAAs, the Pine Forages, everybody, we got to find a way to support our kids to get to school as debt-free as possible, get to school and get through school as debt-free as possible. And the reality is so many of us, I was blessed to be in a pastor's home, but there was 4 of us on that one salary. And I'm telling you, man, it's tight either way, any way you look at it. My wife came from Canada, and it was tight. You got to make sure you could get across the border. Shout out to Toronto. And you got to make sure you could get across the border and have money. and then you can't even work an outside job legally if and when you go to school. So just want to shout out everybody who's given, everybody who's praying their way through, and thank you so much for being a part of our experience of what we're trying to do something that's going to outlast us.
Awesome. So
big shout out. Thank you, Carol Kennedy. I got it.
Gary, you got one?
Yeah, somebody sent me. I'll flip it over to you.
And I got mine's coming in too here. So
I'm gonna ask
you all, please do not send any money to Full Circle Ministries because I'll keep it.
It's critical thinking, everybody. Please send the critical thinking. And let's just do the best we can for them to be able to cover. All right. It could be 10. I don't care if it's $5.
Right.
It doesn't make
anything
it
helps.
Just anything that you can give. It's $5, $10. It could be $1. Come to my Cash app and just know that I will go ahead and I'll send the rest over. So we have about maybe $41.50 that's left. Guys, I know it's $5.39. Can we just hold on for a second until we just kind of see how much more we can pull from this?
Hey, bro.
You gotta go.
I
gotta go.
Your wife.
What's your wife say? Your wife say you gotta go.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. it's Good Friday, man. I got to speak for something. I don't want to come off prematurely.
I got you. I understand.
The other day you bragged. Remember, Pat? Last Saturday. I'm gonna call him out. The other day you bragged. Yo, I got sermons galore, like he was Jay-Z. Remember that? He was like, and Paul said it so easy, and I was so impressed.
Pastor Johnson is the man. Pastor Johnson.
Gary.
No, don't try to divert this.
Don't try to divert it.
I'm a mental health and whatever. Paul came when me, Pat, and Paul were talking last week. Pat was like, Paul was like, look, I got an arsenal. That's the word he used.
Oh, let me tell you honestly. I'm supposed to do the last word of the 7 last words tonight.
And for me, how many years you been doing that? How many years you been doing that?
It's like only 15 to 18 minutes that you're supposed to do that. My man called me, was like, you got 45 minutes because you got the last word. So
I'm not trying to make you feel bad. How many years you been doing that? And you could run the last words right now.
Right.
Off the top of your head. You're that brilliant. You stop acting brilliant when you don't want to do stuff.
My name is not Pastor Johnson, the senior.
You're making him the designated client right now. We're going to back off of him. Okay, my office hours are 9.
That's it.
That's it. Listen, I'm praying that we'll be able to cover it. Let's stay in contact, Julian. Let's stay in contact together because
cover it, man. We'll cover it. Just put it in the description. Also, as you put it in the description when people watch it over and over again, man, they'll give. I'm really glad about what you're doing, Doc, and I really appreciate what you're doing. But this needs to keep happening on a consistent basis.
It's true, David. It's true, David Harris. It's true.
No, I agree. I think everybody can find a scholarship. I was inspired by you all doing 4 scholarships for your family and in the name of your family. But I think we got to stop being selfish as Black people, as people out of the Pan-African diaspora. We got to stop being selfish and thinking about our own generation and think about the next generation.
That's awesome. Hey, the money is coming in. It's coming in, so I'll be able to give a report to you by tomorrow when you guys meet again in the parking lot. But thanks for giving us the opportunity, Pee-wee. You, Gary, Dave Defoe, Armina, you guys, I look up to you. I always say Pee-wee. I'm gotta learn your wife's name. I'm sorry, Dr.
Didi.
Dr. Didi.
Dr. Didi.
Demarest.
Yes. I can't even pronounce that. Dr. Didi, I'll be honest with you. I think mental health is where our church is leading to. It's where we need to be right now. So I love the conversation that we had earlier. You guys are a testament to meeting each other. Yeah, you can also give straight to give.oakwood.edu and you'll know how much is in there, right, Julian, from that. So those who already gave to me, I'm going to go switch over to that.
Julian's picture look good. You see that picture he got in there like that?
Yeah, it's a professional picture. Don't worry about it, man. He works at the hospital.
It's a money shot, Pat. It's a money shot.
You work at the hospital. And Julian, we're proud of you, man. Trust me when I tell you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We are.
I think that's great what you all.
I want your father's job when he retires.
Gary, find a way to mute Paul. Find a way to mute him.
I don't have that power.
You can't. I'm an administrator on this bad boy.
Hold on. Okay, I got it. I just muted him. Yeah, okay. So
I just unmuted because you gave me administration a couple of weeks ago.
My office hours.
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Hold on, you gotta do it like you preach it.
My office hours.
Yes, sir.
Are 9 to 5. Not 5 to 9, but 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Is there one?
Is there one? Lola Moore.
Is there one?
There one. Guys, thanks a lot. Honestly, we was only supposed to be on here for.
Yeah, we did it today. This is the long one.
The long one today. Julian, again, I want to tell you guys for the class of 2001.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Excellent moves that you got. I know it's going to be your last one is going to be on tomorrow. I didn't even know Pee Wee and them was in that whole group or whatever, but I think that it's awesome. Everybody
graduated every grade I've graduated with Pee Wee. 8th grade, 12th grade, Oakwood.
Are you serious?
Yo, I used to chill in their house. Okay, we used to watch. What was that? The Real World when it first came out. Remember that? We used to catch the bus to school together, man.
Yep.
Yo, real quick, Ebony Holland just push. Get Karima's new single today, Redeemer, on all music outlets. She had to plug it. We got to plug it.
We get it.
Ebony, send us a picture so we can go ahead and put it up. Or where to get. Anyway, how do we just do it? Just go Karima. How do we do it? How do we get it?
Let her put it in the chat.
Let her put it in the chat. How we can get to it. Karima's album just dropped. And let's make sure everybody share it. Okay, guys, here come mommy.
Here come mom with the shot right there.
Uh-oh. Wrap it up.
Time to go.
Time to go.
She told me she was preparing for the Sabbath from 11:30 this morning.
That's right.
Mommy prepared for Sabbath on Wednesday.
She's one of those true Southern Jamaicans. Southerner and Jamaicans, Caribbean people.
The sun is still high up in the sky, and she said it's 6 o'clock.
No, man, they start preparing for Sabbath since Sunday.
You seen that lady article? That lady who got dressed for church every Sunday. Yeah. That's mom and dad.
Yep.
Wow.
Mom went to a funeral yesterday and put her black hat on. Did you see that, Pat?
Wow.
I saw.
We couldn't even watch TV on Friday because my mom was like, "Prepare your hearts for the Sabbath." It's Friday.
It's true. And now you know what they're going to be telling us now, that we guarding the edges.
That's right. Guard well. Guard well.
Guard well.
Edges of the Sabbath.
Guard well.
Julian, it was good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
Really,
great to see you.
Really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
And your family. Really proud of you, man. What you do.
Thank you so much.
And Pee Wee, you guys make that money. Okay, give back to your school. Make that money and give back to your school.
Or pay that 10% to your pastor instead of the church.
Lord have mercy.
The pastor that married you, the pastor that blessed your babies, the pastor
Lord bless it. You see, Paul, you even got me confused just now. Paul, I mean, you really got me confused just now, man. You really messed it up. And Gary, we'll see you later. It's good to see you. We'll see you later. All right. So
let's wind them down. See you guys,
everybody.
later.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it, and I want to thank Oakwood for this.
A big shout, man.
Emil, Parker, and it was just surprising to get the president on early this morning.
You know what? I want to really give a shout out to my boy in the OU University Church, who was scheduled to come on here, but saw where this was going. You know, the success of this program is not the people who come on. But there's so many people who wants to come on and understand the flow of our programming. It's like, yo, we'll catch you next time, and we'll catch you next time. So big shout out to the people who were supposed to come on and decided to let the bigger picture flow to them. Dr. Bird, North, and my boy McGee. Love you guys much, man.
Right, McGee. We miss McGee.
Right, McGee. We'll get McGee. All right, see y'all later.
See you, Dr. Pee Wee and the crew. And Dr. Dee. We'll see you.
Dr. Damaris.
Howard
University.
I like that right there. Like that, man. Just
right. That'd be good.
All right. From 9 to 5. I'll check you out. Okay.
Come on, Gary. Black. Come on, Gary. There we go.
Man, awesome, guys. Awesome today.
Right quick. Some snacks and let's close down, Pat.
So I'm gonna finish up my sandwich that I got from
all day. I'm eating all day.
My sandwich from Potbelly's, but this is my snack today. Cheez-Its. Wow, Paul, you got the Cheez-Its too.
Twin
this is extra toasty.
Got you. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Good stuff.
This is from my boy Ryan Woods. We used to drink this in the Zag Suite.
Well, 1 second. I got to bring Pee Wee and them back. Bring it back. They see they eating. And see, I had to catch it eating. I just wanted to catch him eating. Good night, y'all.
Everyone doing something else.
Hey, but you got license for that. You got license for that.
Yeah, you paid for it twice.
Wow.
That's why you can't tell Paul nothing.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Nothing.
Good night. Listen,
y'all didn't ask us who our favorite Graham was.
Because I know what you're gonna say. So nah. He ain't winning again. I'm done with him winning. That's it. I'm done. Nah,
you know that
listen,
picture, you know that picture of the of Kermit the Frog?
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say, right? All right, y'all. This is the first time we're gonna do this, and I know I always do this, but Pee Wee, you're gonna take out the show. You're gonna take out the show. All right, Gary, you good?
I'm good too, Pat. Pat, you good? Let him take out the show.
Well, I'll take you out, man. Have a good one.
Don't forget to debrief.
All right, Gary, you good?
Good night.
Good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take out the show.
You're gonna take out the show.
Okay.
All right, guys. Just want to say goodbye. And Pee Wee is gonna take us out.
All right. So I'm gonna take you out for the first time ever. What does that mean? I don't know, but I'm gonna take you out right now. My wife and I would like to thank you for joining us. The Grahams, they're a blast. They're a little bit, off, but God loves them, and so do I. We'll see you guys next Friday on Snack Time with the Grahams. God bless.